And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. Hey, we're back. It's going to be a brand new day, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be your boy Aggressive as the host this time around because Assassin, he was giddy about this matchup, and you're going to see real soon why. It's going to be Assassin and Universe being the casters for today's matchup, but at the same time, you're going to be asking, what's today's matchup? Let's head on down over to the match fixtures because now is where the real fun begins. We know this rivalry to be something starting off from the side of Season 1, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Velocity Gaming going up against the side of TRUERIPPERS. Assassin, I want your thoughts on it because you were literally crazy about casting this match.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Reckoning Esports versus Team T69 as well was kind of an intense play where, Reckoning Esports, they went ahead and got themselves a victory against Team T69. Well, Universe and Salty did predict it out to be Team T69 winning it off 2-1 against Reckoning Esports. But Reckoning Esports, they surprised everyone. They went ahead and got themselves the rest of the two maps. The first map, of course, the set was taken away by the side of Team T69, whereas Reckoning Esports went ahead and clutched out the rest of the two maps as well. So it was a pretty interesting performance right there coming out from the side of Reckoning Esports. And maybe the second half of the day is going to be no different. Maybe we are going to be seeing something interesting coming out from the side of Team TRUERIPPERS. And we all can't wait to see what they're going to be showcasing us today against the side of Velocity Gaming.
That is for sure, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, I want to check out the group standings. So let's head on down over there because these two teams, they've already played one of their matches. And when you look at the points, it's going to be a little bit of a question mark because you can see why. Velocity, they have actually lost out their matches and only have 1 point on the board, signifying that they've only won one map. And that was a match against Enigma. And them being right here at the very bottom here, Universe, it's going to be one of the biggest question marks, and they need to redeem themselves here by getting a solid win against the side of TRUERIPPERS.
Oh yeah, they absolutely do need this win, and I'm pretty sure that Velocity Gaming will be looking for it pretty much more so than TRUERIPPERS are because last season they went completely unbeaten. This time around, they have been taken down in the very first match itself by the hands of Enigma. So for sure, Enigma beat them, but Velocity, they're not going to be bowing down by just one match. Now, it is for TRUERIPPERS who are going to be pretty much safe even if they lose out this match. I mean, they still have 2 points on the board, but I think this might just go to a third map and TRUERIPPERS might put up another point on their board because Velocity Gaming are going to be coming in with guns blazing today because I know for sure that this is a team that once they see that they've, lost their grip a little bit, they're going to be very quick to grab it back. So TRUERIPPERS, they need to be careful because Velocity Gaming for sure today are going to be looking for a very good and convincing victory.
That is for sure because Velocity, they have a lot to live up to, and the fact that they did lose out will put a little bit of a pressure on their shoulders, being like, hey, we did lose out in our last initial match, and that initial match would have been a match that our fans really wanted us to win, but at the same time, the way that the Enigma played, were able to cast aside Velocity off guard, use their own strategies, and bring in their own game plan. But at the same time, as we are going to be talking about Velocity, let's head on down over to the team intro for the side of Velocity Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. And Assassin, it's going to be your turn. Walk us right through the team because this team, I don't think they need a lot of introductions, but hey, we're here on the analyst desk for a reason. Walk us right through Velocity Gaming.
Well, MW1, Helef, Amaterasu, Vibor, and Right to Ways. What can I even say? Velocity Gaming, they need no introduction, to be honest. But then again, if you guys don't know about them, which I am probably sure you guys do. But yeah, still, if you don't, we've got you covered. Don't worry. Velocity Gaming, they're the champions for the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon, and now moving into Season 2. Well, they did not have the best at the start, though. Did have a loss to their name. Their first game was a loss, but you know what? Doesn't really matter. All it matters is that they are going to go ahead and keep on, evolving themselves, adapting themselves against all of these other teams, and they're going to try and put themselves at the first spot as well on the overall group standings. Velocity Gaming are a team that learn from their mistakes, and they never fail to provide us with the high octane Valorant action. So really looking forward to seeing what Velocity Gaming are going to be showcasing us today against the TRUERIPPERS, because we know for a fact that they are going to be at the top of their game. They are going to put up their A game right in front of our screens as always. But actually, what I'm more excited for are TRUERIPPERS, because they are a team that they do go ahead and surprise us, but most of the times there are upsets coming out from their side as well. Sometimes they're not feeling it. Sometimes it's just super aggressive and things kind of don't go into their favor as well. So really looking forward to seeing what TRUERIPPERS are going to do actually, because Velocity Gaming, we know for a fact that they are going to be at the top of their game as well.
Considering the side of TRUERIPPERS, and as you just brought them up, let's head on down over to their team intro, because just as you say, the TRUERIPPERS, they're a team that are very hot and cold. Like, sometimes they're performing really well, sometimes they're just performing exceptionally, beating high caliber teams such as Velocity, and at other times they cannot even beat the third tier teams. And it really goes to show a little bit of a consistency problem. And I think that Universe, you can highlight on that and build upon it a lot more.
TRUERIPPERS, definitely a name that we are not, somewhat of a stranger to. Clearly, they've made a name for themselves, and they have been performing in a lot of tournaments, and especially in the TEC Gauntlet as well. They did a pretty good job in terms of surviving at the very least, and almost qualifying for the playoffs last season. But this time around, they have got their first victory. But now they're going to be facing the reigning champions. They're going to be facing Velocity Gaming, who beat Global in the grand final in the most chaotic manner. And now, TRUERIPPERS, we know that they won out their first match in a very aggressive and a very convincing manner as well. They got, I think, a 13-2 and 13-4 win against their opponents, and that was against Sus Squad, and that was a mighty performance. All of the players chimed in and everybody did the best they could. Paradox was on a complete roll, and TRUERIPPERS were ripping apart Sus Squad. Today, though, it is going to be a whole different ball game. They are going to need to try to do the same against Velocity Gaming, because they cannot change their, the way they played against Sus Squad, it worked out really well. And with the amount of dominance that they continued, with the aggression that they had, if they are able to apply that onto Velocity Gaming's palette, then I'm pretty sure that they're going to have a much easier time than what Velocity would let them have. So TRUERIPPERS definitely have a difficult task ahead of them, but if they stick to what they did against Sus Squad, then they might have a chance.
It's true, but at the same time, I feel as though the fact that Velocity, they have a lot more experience in comparison to the side of Squad, could be that deciding factor that tips the balance over towards the favor of Velocity instead. TRUERIPPERS, they're a very unpredictable team, and I feel as though that unpredictability will be a solid weapon going up against the side of Velocity. But at the same time, talking about weapons, we need to go into the battleground as well, ladies and gentlemen. So let's head on down over to the map Vita screen and get introduced to where these teams are going to be heading to have their magnificent battle. And the first initial map, it's going to be Icebox. And I feel as though Assassin, we have seen this map Vita over and over and over again, but at the same time, we know for a fact why we see this as well on every single Velocity game. And the fact that Icebox is the first pick and the second is Haven, this is going to be an interesting affair, that's for sure.
That's right, aggressive. I mean, starting off with a map of Icebox is something that Velocity Gaming have been doing quite a lot nowadays. And the best part is that Velocity Gaming, they are very strong in the map of Icebox, and can't really forget the fact that TRUERIPPERS, they might just struggle a little bit, because they have struggled a little bit before as well on the map of Icebox against the side of Velocity Gaming. So yeah, truly gonna be an epic one, because TRUERIPPERS, they themselves have to come up with something in order to give out a tough fight to the side of Velocity Gaming. We know for a fact that TRUERIPPERS are a team that haven't actually changed out their composition. I'm not really sure if today is going to be any different, but till now, we have seen them running their default composition on the map of Icebox. And if they can try and bring a change, then maybe that might throw Velocity Gaming off guard. But if they don't bring in a change, then maybe Velocity Gaming might be able to go ahead and outplay the side of TRUERIPPERS and win it out on the map of Icebox. Moving on to the map of Haven, right? I feel like that, again, it is Velocity Gaming's home ground, and you know for a fact that Velocity Gaming are very good on the map of Haven, but can't forget the fact that TRUERIPPERS equally are pretty good at that map. I mean, TRUERIPPERS, they have put up quite a lot of wins on the map of Haven as well. So it is going to be a close one on the map of Haven.
When you consider Haven being one of those maps where Velocity are known to be an absolute beast on, it's gonna be difficult for them to say the very least. I feel as though the entire game and the dynamics would either be an entire storm or it just could be the longest overtime that we have ever seen, crossing the breaking point to even going down to a 17 and 17, maybe an 18-18, or maybe even a 20-20. We never know, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, Universe, I want your thoughts on the map one more time before we head down over to the spicy speculations and, of course, my usual spicy renditions of the analyst test. Assassin doesn't know about it, but you do. So let's head on down over.
Yeah, I think that the map pool is somewhat favoring towards Velocity. I would say that Icebox is something that they've played a lot upon, and they're going to be completely okay with that. Haven, though, I would say that Velocity are pretty good on it, but we can't just count out TRUERIPPERS because that's a map that has. It's a very, I would say it's the most variable map there is in Valorant because of the fact that there's 3 sites, and playing an attacking side on Haven can be sometimes dangerous, but sometimes it just works out in your favor completely. So the thing about this map pool is that Velocity Gaming, they do have it in their favor. Even Split, we know that they play really well. But if TRUERIPPERS are able to pull out on Haven, because Icebox I think is a very strong map for Velocity, then we might just see Split coming in. Unless Velocity Gaming are just like, you know what, pedal to the metal and we're just going to push on and get that 2-0. Could be either way.
Okay, now it's time for a usual rendition of whenever I am host. That spicy speculation, of course, the controversies that I set up so you can hate the casters before they head on down over to the casters desk. So, Assassin, you're the new guy here this time around. All the analysts one more time as the caster this time around. So you're going to be the one starting everything off. Give us your predictions of who's going to be winning things out and what do you think the scoreline is going to be like.
And I'm not going to leave both the teams out here. So I feel like 2-1 in favor of Velocity Gaming.
Okay. So Assassin went for the safe route. Now, Universe, are you gonna pull off a Floki or are they gonna follow the same?
No, I'm gonna follow suit because Velocity Gaming is my favorite team. I love Velocity Gaming, so I'm gonna say either 2-0 or 2-1 Velocity Gaming.
Okay, so Universe and Assassin, they've placed out their votes, ladies and gentlemen, and you can place out your votes in the chat as well because you're going to be at Alice's home as well. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be sending these two over down towards the caster desk, and we're going to be back with the real show with the Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant after a short word from our sponsors.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm of course Assassin47. On the desk with me is Universe, and we are going to be the narrators of this beautiful best of 3 matchup between Velocity Gaming and True Rippers. Well, Universe, let's quickly head on over to the map, Vito, and we're just going to, quickly take a look at the maps once again. We're going to, just analyze a little bit more about the compositions, what can we expect, and whatnot. So why don't you go ahead and walk us through?
Oh yeah, I mean, pretty much what we had to say in the analyst desk with aggressive is what I think is going to be the storyline over here. The thing about this map poll is that Icebox is going to be definitely. I really think that Velocity Gaming might just run away with it pretty quickly unless we see some sort of a variable play coming in from the side of True Rippers. But True Rippers have actually done a pretty good job choosing Haven, where I think that Velocity Gaming might be a little bit vulnerable, but nothing that they can't handle for sure. So, I mean, they could take them to a map number 3. Split could be on the cards for sure. I would say it's an almost 60-40 thing, 60-40 siding, on where 60 being where map number 3 could happen. But hey, you can never count out how Velocity Gaming are feeling, because if they're on top of their game and they're gonna reproduce the form that they had during the grand finals and last season, then I think this should be an easy road for them.
That's true. I mean, the side of Velocity Gaming, well, them starting off on the attack on the map of Icebox is something that is sort of scary. And yeah, it should definitely scare the entirety of True Rippers as well, that they're going to be starting off on an attack side of map. So we are really looking forward to seeing what exactly are going to be the compositions coming out from both of these teams. What are your expectations, though, in terms of the agent composition coming out from both of these teams? Do you think that Velocity Gaming are going to bring in a KO?
I mean, I don't think so, because they've got such a good setup between themselves. They know exactly what to play. They know who's going to be playing what. Hela's going to go for that Viper. It's going to be Vibor with the Killjoy. And we're going to see the Jet come in from MW1, while Right to sticks with the Sova. And we're probably going to see Amaterasu swinging about another controller, or whatever he wants to play. He can choose whatever he wants. So we're going to see what exactly happens. Maybe the Sage will usually come into the play over here. But I think that Velocity Gaming are really sticking to their roots, whereas True Rippers might try to experiment. You never know. If KO comes into the play, we're going to see how exactly he's going to be utilized. We've seen him play about 3 times now in 3 different maps, one by the same team, and that was, I think, Flamex Serenity. They used KO, and the other time
It was the first time, actually. Flamex Serenity was the first match that we saw the KO coming out as well. In the Gauntlet Season 2.
Yeah, so that was it. And I don't know, if KO comes in, it's definitely going to be interesting. But I don't think from the side of Velocity it's going to happen. But yeah, let's see what True Rippers are going to throw into us. We're going to have a look at the agent selection, as we are going to be jumping into it momentarily. So let's have a look at what exactly we're going to have. Ooh, okay, there it is. MW1 is already locked down the Jet right away with the Sova. Like I said, Vibor is going to go with the Killjoy. LF any second now is going to be locking in that Viper, as Amaterasu going for the Sage. Pretty much what we know and see Velocity Gaming to be as, and it looks like it's probably going to be the exact same lineup on the other side.
Yeah, interestingly, we'll be seeing Paradox is going to go ahead and lock in Jet as always. Cool. Relic is going to be on the Killjoy, Cross on the Sova, One Tap God on the Viper, and Master on the Sage. I was expecting a dual controller. I mean, I don't know why I was expecting it, but yeah, Sage is something that you definitely need on the map of Icebox. And with the Viper, you can pretty much get the job done as well. Sort of the default lineup coming out from most of the teams in the country, right? I feel like that Enigma Gaming used to run the exact same lineup as well before. Now they have sort of brought in a little bit of a change in their lineup. Everyone's adapting and evolving as all of these games are passing by, and it's becoming really, really easy for the opponents as well to go ahead and get a read on them. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing what TRUERIPPERS are going to do with this particular lineup. From the side of Velocity, however, I feel like that their entire pacing on their attack side is something that is definitely gonna sort of throughout the story narrate as to how exactly this map is gonna go, because pacing is something that Velocity Gaming are masters on, and I feel like that if they go ahead and take the momentum right at the bat, maybe TRUERIPPERS are gonna get caught off guard, and maybe TRUERIPPER Esports they might just find it difficult in order to hold down both of these sides. We do have Relic on that central role, but then again, we know for a fact that Velocity Gaming are quite explosive, and with MW1 playing today as well, things are going to get hella exciting, and I can't wait to see what will happen, especially in this pistol round, because this is sort of going to be that deciding factor as well, right? That the starting action on who exactly is going to go ahead and take the lead right off the bat.
Yep, absolutely. And you can see that both the teams are having laughs for themselves across the board right now, as round number 1 is going to be starting off, and it is Velocity on the attack, as TRUERIPPERS are going to have to hold off this force which is coming towards B. Right to Ace, clearing out every single close corner he can, and even inside the poison orb, and he spots out one. He knows where one top god is, and now he's going to give the call out to his team that you can move in. And look at that wall. The walls come in from the Sage as well, both Viper and Sage. Ooh, Amaterasu takes a lot of damage but survives it. MW1's actually going to find one, and he gets another. Okay. MW1 causing a lot of damage right up front, and he's going to get spotted out, dashes away. 22 HP, can be healed up as Paradox takes down Vibor, coming in the flank, and now in a retake position, TRUERIPPERS 3v4.
Oh, there is someone watching out for the backstab as well, so it is going to be a little bit difficult for the side of Paradox to go ahead and get it done with a flank, but it looks like that he's going to go ahead and pass on that without any difficulties whatsoever. Right to Ace goes down, and it looks like that Cross is going to come in to take down Amaterasu. It all comes down to Helef. A 1 versus 1.5. He has the position, and he has the crosshairs to the face of Cross as well. 1-0 as Velocity Gaming take away the pistol round, and as I told you, right, facing is going to be something Velocity Gaming are going to do right. They did it right as well. But it was a very close one. It came down to a 1 versus 1, and I feel like the TRUERIPPERS, they're definitely feeling it today, Universe.
Oh yeah, Paradox, he got straight up 2 kills over there, coming on the flank. It shouldn't have been allowed. I mean, the second kill though, which came onto right to Ace, I think it could have been avoided, but that's okay. Helef clutches it out, and it was a little dicey for both these teams, more so for TRUERIPPERS than Velocity. But it's going to be okay, as TRUERIPPERS, we're going to have to hold off this push coming in. This time, MW1. No utility, but a Vandal indeed. A Vandal, not going to work. It's going to be right to Ace to pull out that kill. He spots out where Relic is and masters around the corner as well. TRUERIPPERS all over the place towards B over here, and now right to Ace is going to get all that information. He tries to tag down one through that wall. He's not going to spot anybody yet. He does though. And now MW1, although he gets the Sage, who will try to peek out from that Viper's wall, which is Master. MW1 is trying to fire off a couple of more bullets to get this kill for himself. He gets one more. MW1 causing damage. There's another, a third for him. One right behind that box, and if he spams it, oh, Vibor, he actually doesn't check. Vibor doesn't check it, and he gets punished for it. I don't know how he didn't see that. I mean, very close angle, I believe, but it's going to be okay with it. And now, it is the side of Velocity who put up round number 2 on the board, as they're looking pretty comfortable so far. But look at the other side of things over here. Assassin, it's already begun. The operator plays are going to be coming in from Paradox, and the glass cannon at top of that.
That's right. There's going to be a glass cannon coming out from the side of Paradox, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do with that operator in his hands, because we know for a fact that he's a very aggressive sniper as well for the side of TRUERIPPERS. And yeah, Velocity Gaming, they better be careful, and they better be expecting this operator, otherwise it's going to be trouble. And MW1 is not going to be expecting that operator coming out from the side of Paradox, and it's going to be Paradox to take him down. That rivalry between Paradox and MW1, at least for round number 3, it is going to be going into the favor of Paradox. Oh, the minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Velocity have a lot of time to work around, and there's a lot of time for Amaterasu to go ahead and call in the perfect strat to get that third on the board, and maybe, you know, just completely bamboozle the side of TRUERIPPERS as well. Maybe not know how exactly all of these players are going to play off with the information that they get, and it looks like that Master, despite having that positional advantage, is not going to be able to take down right to Ace. With Border gets the face of Paradox with a Spectre. My goodness, the operator. Despite having the operator, is not going to be able to do much, and it's going to be Amaterasu to take care of Gross as well at the back of the side. Relic's position is going to be given away most probably. No, never mind. He's just going to step out of the screens in time. And in a 2 versus 3 situation, as I told you, Velocity Gaming, well, they're going to strategize their moves perfectly, and now they have put themselves in an advantage. Maybe Amaterasu is going to walk away with another kill. No, he won't. That's going to be Relic to flick onto the face of Amaterasu. Put him down to sleep and try and maybe clutch this one out in a 2 versus 2 situation.
Oh boy. TRUERIPPERS, they were in a 3v2 and they pull it out. It is going to be one tap God and Relic who get the kills coming in, and they're going to clutch out this round, which should have been Velocities, I believe, after those kills that they got. But yeah, unfortunately, they are not going to be able to. It's going to be TRUERIPPERS to get that clutch coming in. And what a beautiful run from them indeed. Paradox with that first kill was pretty successful, but this shot from right to ace was absolutely disgusting. With the Bulldog of all things as well. Vibhor also got onto Paradox, but Cross, he held for a while, and he got taken down eventually. And even after the plant went down, I really thought Velocity would pull that one out. But hey, kudos to TRUERIPPERS for getting that round out. And now, Paradox does not have to play the operator without armor any longer.
Hey, NW1 has picked up the operator as well. Interesting, isn't it? I mean,
Yep.
I'm going to be seeing him and getting that operator and putting it to use on the attack side. Something that we usually don't see out of a lot of teams. Like, you know, on the attack side, they mostly don't prefer the operator. But at the same time, I feel like that MW1 is feeling it today. And maybe he just wants to give out that tough reply to Paradox, saying that you're not the only opper in the server. I mean, I can op too. I'm a jet too. I can do that. And I'll show you what I can do with that operator of mine.
Absolutely, he can cause a lot of damage, but look at where Vibhor has climbed up to. This is a very dangerous position. Could get caught off guard. Master, he's just a couple of inches away from the crosshairs of right away. He knows that there's somebody there. He's pointing it out as well. The wall comes in and they're gonna go and try to pre-fire that angle. It's gonna be one versus one trade coming in right away. So make sure that Master cannot cause any more damage, as the plant is gonna go down. Here comes the Hunter's Fury. Amaterasu is gonna dodge it. Now he's gonna eat it, and he looks like he might just die. He will. No Sage for this round for the side of Velocity Gaming. As in the 3v4 retake, TRUERIPPERS have the man advantage, which is immediately taken back and immediately given back again as well. 3v2. Paradox holding a very far off angle. Are they going to be able to retake this, or are Velocity going to go run away with this?
2 versus 3 situation. Velocity Gaming, if they want, they can definitely go ahead and pull it off. All they have to do is communicate with each other, and communication is something that Velocity Gaming are masters at. But it looks like that this time around, though, Hellfire, it's not going to be communication that is going to put him down, but it is going to be a little bit of an aggression that is going to put him down as well. MW1 left out in a 1 versus 3 situation. Is going to put the blinds as well, but not going to be able to get a kill. This is the classic. Does tap the face of one tap god, but unfortunately not going to be able to do anything more. As it is going to be the side of TRUERIPPERS to go ahead and put up that second round of the board. 2-2. As things are pretty much tied up on the scoreboard universe, and I feel like that Velocity Gaming, they're gonna slowly start losing the entire phase that they built up, right? Now they no longer are gonna be having enough money to pull out a proper buy, but they're still forcing it this round. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, maybe because they know that they can pressurize on the side of TRUERIPPERS, because if they win out this round, even TRUERIPPERS will not have any of that money that they've got, because look at their credits. It's 950, 500, 1,700. Oh, look at that! Oh, Paradox! He actually gets that kill. I did not expect him to get that one, but MW1 just completely obliterated over there. And now, for the side of Velocity, they have a disadvantage, and look at that. It's going to be the Hunter's Fury coming in, and Rytos actually makes very good use of it. One tap god is going to go down as Vibhor tries to peek out, and he's going to get his head blown away. Amaterasu as well, and Helef with that Guardian. Not the best choice of weapon in close ranges. The tap isn't going to work against Cross as he takes him down, and now right to ace. Last man standing, he knows that there's somebody here, and he can move ahead and get this kill if he wanted to actually. He picks up the spike. Oh, Cross. He spotted him out, and right away is going to go down. It's going to be the Sova on the side of TRUERIPPERS to win it out as he picks up the Vandal. And TRUERIPPERS, they are looking pretty good. They're going to be taking the lead in their favor over here. And Assassin, it looks like this might just be a matchup that is going to be a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, there's definitely is going to be a marathon, though. And I feel like for now, though, TRUERIPPERS Esports are the ones leading. So Velocity Gaming, they need to catch up. They need to grab a couple of Red Bull energy drinks, I guess, you know, to just give them that extra energy, the caffeine and the taurine to just kick in so that they have more energy to keep running. And they're not going to run out of stamina as well. But Paradox, well, he's going to be the one to maybe get some wings on, make his way on top of the bells. Maybe trying to get himself a frag here. If he is able to get himself a frag, then I feel like that is going to be a big W for the side of TRUERIPPERS right off the bat. If I can take down Vibhor, that would be like a cherry on top of the cake. Vibhor is going to be a very good asset to be taken down from the side of Velocity Gaming. But hey, it looks like that nobody's going to get taken down. Or, at least for now, it is going to be Master to be sort of forced to to make his way out of that particular position. Amaterasu is gonna die to the Nanostorm grenades, and interestingly, didn't he spot out the Nanostorm? Didn't he take it down? That is kind of a question right there, but hey, it's okay though. It is a 4 versus 5 for the side of Velocity Gaming. But what is not okay is the fact that Killjoy has put down our lockdown from the side of TRUERIPPERS. And yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a problem though. The counter wall comes out. There's going to be Master to just take that full defuse. One time got to take down Vibhor. And I think so that is going to be TRUERIPPERS to put up that fourth round on the board. What did you guys do, Velocity? That was not how it was supposed to go down.
Oh boy, absolutely not. They're going to be feeling that one for sure, because that was a perfectly executed run from TRUERIPPERS. What a way to go ahead and win this round over here. That was an absolutely perfectly executed one. You know, that first Nano Swarm to take down Amaterasu, there was going to be no revives coming in. And then after that, that wall from Sage to prevent any sort of pushing or spamming onto the spike. And after that, it was that Killjoy ultimate that just, you know, completely shut them down. And even after that, Helef, he got denied by getting he got denied of even throwing in a lineup snake bite because he got detained, unfortunately. And that was just going to be it, as they stuck to defuse. And TRUERIPPERS have a pretty good lead actually in terms of what you would see. Velocity Gaming, yeah, they can pull this half back completely in their favor, you know, if they win the next 6 rounds back to back by themselves. But for the moment though, they are in the back seat, and they're gonna need somebody to push through, somebody to find them a way to you know, try to get their problems out of their zone right now, because clearly it's not working out for them as much as they would want it to. And look at the scoreboard as well. You can see that MW1's reading the chart from the front, but he's gonna need somebody else to help him out as well. A single duelist, I know, but you need somebody to act as the secondary duelist as well. W1, on top of that, Tube is looking for an initial pick, but he's not going to find any success right now as Paradox. He's aware of his intentions, but right now it's a little stalemate as TRUERIPPERS are reading Velocity and they're trying to figure out what's happening.
And look at that. Paradox has got himself a lot of information right now, and they know for a fact that the entirety of Velocity is headed over towards the B side, where one tap got his guarding. He's got himself the ultimate ready as well, if I'm not wrong. So is this gonna be a battle of the Vipers world? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, the Vipers pit, both the Vipers can actually go ahead and pull out the Vipers pit. But yeah, there you go. Amaterasu was waiting for that. Relic should have been a little bit more patient to go ahead and activate that Nano Swarm, but it's completely fine. I mean, MW1 is gonna be the one to try and take the frag on towards Relic. Is gonna be successful in doing so as well. 40 seconds in front of the clock. And this is a 5 versus 3 situation, mind you guys. Velocity Gaming, they don't have the best of the weapons, but they're still making things work. And that is the kind of domination that we were talking about coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming. MW1 is going to further try and come closer to, you know, defending Amaterasu from going down. But unfortunately, it's going to be the shock dart coming in from across to take him down. MW1 is going to further move in. It's going to take down Paradox. And their operator is going to be falling down as well. I feel like the resurrection is coming into play. And it is going to be Relic to be resurrected. It's going to be brought back from the dead in order to try and take this round back from the hands of Velocity Gaming. A 3 versus 3 situation. Master going to try and tap away the face of Hellfire, but Hellfire, you monster! And Cross coming in with a 1 tap is going to be important to get absolutely deleted. A 1 versus 2 situation. Cross, is he going to be able to do this? Is he going to be able to make things happen for the side of TRUERIPPERS? It's going to be the $1 million question. It's going to be Right to Waste to come in from the other side, and Cross to maybe try and take him down, but Right to Waste. Wow. Well, he has the right to clutch and he's going to be doing that.
Absolutely beautifully well executed round from this side of Velocity. They did so much to get that round. They were on an uneven buy. Some of the players were just playing on Sheriffs, and this one tap from Helef is just nutty. But look at the way Cross took his head out. Vibhor, oh my god, I don't think he expected that. He would not be feeling good about that. But the one thing that I do want to point out over here, this is the 3rd time that Amaterasu has died off while trying to plant the spike. And I don't think that's a good thing, him being the Sage on top of that as well.
Yeah. Well, FW1 definitely is going to be a lot aggressive over towards the B mains, and I feel like that 1 tap god might have a chance of getting a frag. But hey, Paradox, you just spotted out Right to Waste, but no, you're going to miss. What is happening? Paradox, well, he definitely is going to be reconned out. Reconned out as in, yep, using the drone, and I feel like that Amaterasu is going to be the one to take the frag on towards an aggressive Cross. MW1 finds 1 tap god, and with that, we're going to be seeing Velocity Gaming. We've got a complete control over towards the B side, and Hellfire is going to try and cut off the rotations and is going to be doing it to perfection. Take down Relic, and with that, it all comes down to Paradox in a 1 versus 4 situation. He's got only one option, and that is to save. He should save up that operator. He should carry it forward onto the next round, because it definitely is going to help him out as well. Moving in towards the next round, but will Amaterasu let him save, though, is going to be the question right here. And I feel like that no should be the answer, as Amaterasu, well, he knows for a fact that the entirety of TRUERIPPERS, their economy is in shambles. And if he takes away that operator, they are going to be left out with nothing for the next round. So Amaterasu, very important for him to go ahead and get this frag. MW1 is coming in from the defender side spawn as well. And Paradox is going to hear out Amaterasu. Once again, going to miss what is happening, Paradox. You missed out the flag on towards right to Ace, and you're going to miss on Amaterasu. And Amaterasu, he's going to punish you for that mistake of missing on him as well. 4-4 as the entirety of TRUERIPPERS. They have got no money left. They have to pull out an eco now. And Velocity might just go ahead and take back the lead that they deserve.
Yeah, they, like we said, even the TRUERIPPERS had that 4-2 lead, it has now been nullified, and now Velocity, they have a chance to pull this half back into their favor, as look at their buy from the side of TRUERIPPERS. It's not looking that great at all. They've got just one weapon. No, it's actually going to be pistols across the board. Pistols, 4 sheriffs and 1 ghost and half armor. That's it. That's all they've got to work with. And the Hunter Fury pops out actually from the side of Cross. He's actually going to find one. He will. He might damage another, but he dashes away over here, MW1. And look at where Paradox is playing. He's playing inside his own smoke, but it's not going to work out for him. Before takes him down, the resurrection comes in. Cross is going to find one. MW1 to add on a lot of kills going back and forth, but right now still Velocity in the lead. 4v2. And just 2 sheriffs left on the board for them. MW1 spots the head of Master. He might find a bullet in his head if he's not too careful about this. Master, we know that he's pretty good with the pistol, but this time around he's not going to be able to find any killers. One tap god is left all alone with that colorful sheriff of his, and with I would believe seconds left to live. Yeah, there it is. MW1's going to take a second of his round, and it's going to be Velocity pull back the lead into their favor, and they're going to be pretty decently happy with that 4-5 scoreline. And I would believe that they would want their half-time scoreline to be at least 8-4 at the very best, unless TRUERIPPERS, who have a full buy again this round, are able to pull out something out of their bag and make it 5-5.
That's right. I mean, Velocity Gaming going ahead and take that lead back from the hands of TRUERIPPERS, and I feel like that TRUERIPPERS, now that they have a full buy, they have a chance at just tying things up the scoreboard once again and maybe trying to go ahead and get it all back. But for now, it's going to be Paradox to go ahead and push from the tubes. So he's going to push from the tubes and he's going to take care of MW1, who is above the tubes as well, trying to take a frag over towards the kitchens. And Cross! He's going to be watching that Cross! He's going to take down Amaterasu as well. Yeah, it's going to be Cross to try and get a little bit more, but I feel like that Velocity Gaming got themselves a little bit of a problem in the name of Paradox, and Paradox is going to whip. Nah, not like this. A 4 versus 3 retake. Let's see what TRUERIPPERS can do.
Yeah, they do have the man advantage. They can pop the Viper Spit in over here. But guess who's inside it? It's Relic. He's going to go down. Vibo gets another. And the tag team duo, the dynamic duo, are making this work. Right to Ace is right around the corner to help out his team. But Master's been spotted out as well. And now one tap god. He's in a good position to find right to Ace, and he will. It's going to be a 2v2 situation. The Killjoy and the Viper, one of which is already gone down. The spike is already being diffused. LF might just be too late to the party. And it's going to be TRUERIPPERS to actually pull this one out. Oh, no, that's going to be so heartbreaking for the side of Velocity. They did so good over there. But TRUERIPPERS, they completely shut them down. I mean, Vibor did such good work. He got that beautiful kill onto Paradox when he was coming on the backstab. He got just 180 headshot at him. And he got another kill while Helef was trying to get the Viper Spit online. But I think because of the positioning of that Viper Spit, Helef was forced to play around that position and he could not go back to where the spike was planted. And it just caused so much damage for Velocity. And as a result, they lost that round.
I like how, Marshall also got himself a frag through that Viper Spit. He just randomly went in for that spray down, got himself a frag, but, well, that wasn't random. Cross, perfect cross app placement. had his ADS in, and he's gonna go ahead and get that frag as well. But it's gonna be a Matrasu to be going down. And what? A god? Okay. The Phantom Power. It's gonna be another shock dart to come in, and I feel like that it is gonna be a little bit of a problem for Master now to reposition himself, but right to Ace. He needs to be careful because one tap god is feeling it. And the guy, we know for a fact, no matter if he's on a jet, if he's on a controller as well, he is absolutely going to pop off every single time. I'm going to be bored to be in a little bit of a problem right now as he has to get two individual one-on-ones. And he's going to try and do that. He's going to get himself a frag, but then Relic is going to go ahead and take him down as well. A 1 versus 4 situation for right to Ace. 40 seconds after the clock. Has got himself a recon. If he gets a kill or even plants the spike, he can get the Hunter's Fury ready. But before all of that, he has to find himself a frag towards mid in order to try and, maybe pull off this round. But I feel like that is going to be Cross to go ahead and take him down instead. And interestingly, Cross is having a goddamn good day today.
Yeah, he absolutely is. And clearly, every single person on TRUERIPPERS is feeling it right now. We can see that Cross is leading the charge from the front. He's got 14 kills on to his name. And on the other side of things, it is, I believe, MW1, who's with 16, while the rest of the team of both these sides are trying to chime in as much as they can and support these players. And here comes a Viper Spit, actually. MW1! He was in such a good position to actually get that kill. Master's gonna get tagged up, and RightWest might just find his kill. He almost found him, but he's tagged him down, and Master's gonna be good enough to heal himself as a Sage, as Velocity Gaming almost gave TRUERIPPERS a very scary afterthought over there without their Sage being alive, but it's gonna be okay. As right to Ace, he's spotted out. Cross is gonna throw in a shock dart, but it's not gonna touch anybody. As 3 players of TRUERIPPERS are available here. As Velocity waited for that Viper's wall to go up, and Amaterasu is gonna putting up his wall over here. MW1 getting closer and closer. He dashes in so close and immediately deleted by Paradox. Amaterasu gets one back, but Paradox and Master are making such short work of them. This half could go terribly wrong for Velocity Gaming on their half, on their map pick that is. And wow, TRUERIPPERS, what a beautiful performance.
I have got no idea why Velocity Gaming went ahead and made a play like that. Why aggress in MW1 when you guys have a lot of control, when you guys have split apart the site in 2? What you have to do is just play it out for the afterplan, right? I mean, I understand the fact that MW1 is sort of trying to open up more and more space so that Velocity Gaming can breathe around the site, but I don't think so. That was the wisest of decisions, because Paradox, when he's got his operator, he's pretty darn good at it. And he not only got himself the frag on towards MW1, but he went ahead and got himself another one. And Amaterasu wasn't able to go ahead and plant the spike as well because of the wall going down. But Bor came in with a late flank. And that too, he got distracted by that turret, which completely broke down the entire play for the side of Velocity Gaming. It's completely fine, though, 7-5. And I feel like that with this tremendous lead coming out from the side of TRUERIPPERS, and them now on the attack side of Icebox for the second half, things might just be in the favor of TRUERIPPERS, and maybe we are just going to be seeing them going ahead and taking away the map of Icebox universe.
It is a possibility, that's for sure. But right now, TRUERIPPERS are going to be choosing to do otherwise. Paradox actually spots out Vibor, a couple of bullets exchanged, but nothing too much of a damaging situation for Velocity. Vibor has eaten some chip damage, but he can be healed. As TRUERIPPERS, they are moving towards mid, and it looks like they want to face Amaterasu in that tunnel's position, who has been waiting. He's crawling around this mid position, and right away spots them out. He knows that they're coming in over here, throws in the shock dart, gives a little bit of chip damage, throws in another one, gets a kill, vaporizes on. The wall in the hands of Master is just going to give away his life as MW1 adds on one more, and Amaterasu gets the kill on the cross. Beautifully perfection play from the side of Velocity Gaming. They held on until the very last moment, where right away spotted out all these players rushing in towards mid, and both of those shock darts caused so much damage, and Master, completely caught off guard with his wall in his hands, is just gonna give away his life. I really don't know why he pulled out his wall in his hands at that kind of a situation when he knew that there's a player around. But yeah, it is Velocity Gaming to pull out a flawless pistol.
So yeah, Velocity Gaming going ahead and getting themselves that 6 round at the board, taking the pistol. So it is going to be both the pistols going into the favor of Velocity Gaming. So that's a good sign, taking both the pistols. It used to be like a tradition. If you, go ahead and get both the pistols, you get the map as well. See if Velocity are going to be able to live up to that tradition as well. For now, though, it is going to be Vibhor to take down one tap god as the entire TRUERIPPERS are trying to just bouncing over towards the A side, and they're just getting taken down one by one. Are they even going to be allowed to plant the spike? No is going to be the answer from right to Ace and Vibhor. As the 7th round comes on the board for Velocity. An even Steven situation on the scoreboard now, and Universe, I feel like that TRUERIPPERS, they might have a little bit of a problem moving into the third round of the second half, as MW1 has pulled out the operator.
Yeah, I know, it might be, but you know what I love in that last round? There were 5 players of TRUERIPPERS who were trying to get a kill, but in the end it was the turret. The 6th man. He's a 6th man. The turret is the 6th man.
Yeah. And also, like, a good read coming out from the side of Velocity, right? They had most of their players just tagged up over to his A. Oh, well, Batter to be able to make the Bulldog work. Oh, yes, he does! Paradox down to 11 HP, and Master quickly go ahead and use that signature ability to heal Paradox. And with that, he's going to ask him to try and maybe, get himself an opening so that they can maybe pounce over towards that B side. But hey, it's going to be down to how exactly MW1 is going to be placing himself with that operator, because for now he's watching mid. And we know for a fact that TRUERIPPERS, they do have the tendency of taking mid when both the entrances towards A and B are sort of packed and, defended really well. They do have that tendency to go ahead, take mid, you try and, get themselves a pick. You try and bamboozle your opponents by making a little bit of a fake as well. But it looks like that they are going to be going straight up over towards A. And Relic is going to make a hell of a noise. And MW1, he's here over towards Rafters, and he's trying to put that crosshair over towards the Belting. And that is going to be Master to just slide right in, pick off the face of MW1. And I feel like that is going to be Cross to get taken down as well. Oh, yes, it is. Right to Ace. Let's get that frag with the Spectre. With 20 seconds left on the clock, they not only have to deal with right to Ace's shotguns, but they also have to deal with the Spectre. And maybe we are going to be seeing right to Ace getting himself another one. No, Paradox is going to guard. The Spike Planter is going to be Master to be going down, all down to Paradox in a 1 versus 3. But unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do anything more. It's going to be the side of Velocity to go ahead and put up that 8th, take the lead, and I feel like they're going to do a lot of damage in terms of the economy coming out from the side of TRUERIPPERS Esports.
Oh boy, that indeed was a very good round. Knowing that Velocity Gaming are on the back lines of this round, they don't have the buy that they would want to face off against TRUERIPPERS full buy, because they had Phantoms and Vandals across the board, and they had to face off with the Spectres, and they needed the close range fights. And after MW1 went down, I thought it might just be TRUERIPPERS to pull out that round, but Velocity, hey, they proved me wrong, and they proved me wrong happily. As now, TRUERIPPERS again on the back lines over here, Assassin. 1 Marshall, Sheriffs across the board. Thrifty, they definitely can pull it off. We know that they're pretty good at it. But are they going to be able to, is the question. Master, oh, he might just get hit by that. And it's going to be right to Ace, who pulls 1 head. Down to 5 HP, will probably get healed as soon as possible. He throws in the drone, tags down 1 tap god. And it's going to be Vibhor who finishes him off as he says finished. And it's going to be Velocity. Pretty easy eco on Paradox. Wait, what?
1 enemy remaining.
He dashes in towards, I think that was a missed dash by him. He pressed W instead of pressing A or D. Sorry, yeah. And it is going to be cross left after blowing off 1 head of LF. He's going to be holding off on to B main, because if he goes for the plant, he's going to get killed. He does anything around that B side, he's probably going to get killed.
With Rasu holding the angle, should have his crosshairs ready, should be hearing a Cross trying to do all of this shenanigans, all of this recon sort of stuff as well over towards the entrance of the B side. And Cross taking a lot of damage, buddy. Try and reposition yourself, but what can this poor soul do with that Sheriff, right? Against 3 rifles, so yeah. It's going to be the 9th round coming out from the side of Velocity, and they're bringing it back. They've brought it back, they've taken the lead, and I feel like that this lead is going to keep on growing, Universe. What are your thoughts? Do you think that TRUERIPPERS, now that they have got themselves a full buy, can try and, challenge the side of Velocity Gaming?
I mean, I think a comeback could be on the cards, given the way that they played the first half should come back, because it looks like they've lost their way all of a sudden. And Velocity, we know how impenetrable their defense is on Icebox, and it's just a showcase of that. They're just completely slaughtering them over here. Look at where MW1 is sitting, though. Aggressive pushes up front. He knows that mid's clear. They know that B is going to be hit, but there's still no rotations. They believe in Helef's potential in holding this off for as long as he can. He needs to get at least one kill at the bare minimum, and he might just find it with Paradox. He's on top of that container, and he might just get hit over here, Helef, if he's not too careful. And I think the wall's gonna come in as the TRUERIPPERS have side control. And that Viper's snake bite is not gonna do any sort of damage. But guess what will? It's gonna be the Hunter's Fury. He tags on a couple of players. MW1's gonna capitalize on that. He's gonna get Paradox as the Jet duel has been settled for this round. Master gets 2. He actually spams down Amaterasu. And it's gonna be TRUERIPPERS who have the man advantage, immediately taken back by MW1. 3v3. And the revive is available for Master, but is he going to be doing that? Is
There's
the
one
question.
towards Kitchens, by the way, from the side of Team TRUERIPPERS. You're going to be seeing Relic trying to come in from the Kitchens. Going to get the frag on towards MW1. That's going to be the operator falling down. And in a 2 vs 3 situation, things are going to get even more intense as well. 2Ace makes a mistake. It's going to be Master to go ahead and pick up Cross. And before in a 1 vs 4 has to clutch it out. Has got an idea as to where exactly these players are. He got the turret, but has got no idea that Relic is over towards top of that bridge as well, connecting the Kitchens as well as the nest on the side. It's gonna be Relic to go ahead and get that final frag. The 8th round comes on the side of TRUERIPPERS, and that late round flank coming in from the side of Relic changed absolutely everything. And right to Ace in a panic with a capital K situation, pushed in through that Viper wall. I mean, what can they do, right? Like, they had a disadvantage, and then Master had a resurrection available as well. And you guys might be thinking that despite having the man advantage, why did he go in for the resurrection? That is to stabilize the economy, ladies and gentlemen. TRUERIPPERS, if they can have more and more weapons up, right, they can try and stabilize their economy a lot more better. They know for a fact that Velocity Gaming, they have won out quite a lot of rounds, and they still are going to be having enough money to go ahead and pull out a buy this round. It's going to be Paradox to go ahead and challenge MW1 this time around, though, and MW1 is not going to be as quick as we thought he is. Your Paradox should take him down with that. The man advantage in the favor of TRUERIPPERS.
It definitely is in the hands of TRUERIPPERS as Velocity Gaming. They need to put down their lockdown if they want to win this one out. Paradox actually damaging Amaterasu over there. And he's not going to find the kill though. And now the plant is going to be going down from the side of TRUERIPPERS as Helef is going to actually pull back Paradox's kill. And now the lockdown goes in from the defenders. And it's going to be immediately taken off. But look at the positioning. What are you doing, Cross? That's not a position where you throw in that Hunter's Fury. You know there's going to be players pushing in on the LF. He's just going to try to stick the defuse. The lineup comes in though, and he has to be forced off of it. But TRUERIPPERS, they put themselves in a 2v2. And Helef, they know where he is. But right away, he's holding on this corner, and he does not get the kill. But it's going to be them to reposition and immediately aggress themselves onto the side of TRUERIPPERS players. And they survive a scare.
Poison's off.
What the hell was that from TRUERIPPERS? Especially, what did you do, One Tap God? You spotted out Hellfire. All you had to do is just go ahead and take that fight. And I've got no idea what happened over there. That wasn't
Here.
what was supposed to happen. You're supposed to play out that 2 vs 2 in a different way. They expected you to go ahead and take individual one-on-ones and maybe try and pick it together as a unit, but unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do that. It's going to be the supremacy coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming. It's going to be Velocity to be on double digits. Feel like the Vibor is just going to move it over towards the nest. Ooh. Wow, the timing. It's just going to favor. It's going to go ahead and clap Paradox. It's going to be Paradox to be going down. Got a straight up bullet to the face, and feel like that Master, that I should actually say him clapping Amaterasu is much better than before taking down Paradox. Yeah, it's gonna be MW1 to come in and avenge his fallen comrade. But hey, this eco round, well, this is gonna be a pretty quick affair coming out from the side of TRUERIPPERS. Really don't want to delay it. This is gonna quickly go ahead and finish it off so that they can get the proper buy-in the next round, and they can try and challenge Velocity Gaming. Try and maybe, you know, hold them off a little bit more before they get onto the match point.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely a task ahead of them. That round was, pretty much what you would say is a Velocity round because of the weapons that they had, and nothing too much that they could fight with. And as a result, Velocity cleanly sweep that round of the feet of TRUERIPPERS. But now TRUERIPPERS, they have a full buy, and it's no operator for the side of TRUERIPPERS. Paradox is not going to be wielding one, but he's going to try to push in the head, and he gets punished immediately. Within just 10 seconds of the round starting, it is TRUERIPPERS who've gone down a man, and one player has been spotted out, that is a Matarasu, but that's okay, because MW1 is right here to support him. And they know, TRUERIPPERS know better than what they already have seen, that challenging MW1 head-on in the 1v1 is not a good time. But LF, ooh, the timing might just cost him. No, it's not. LF's actually going to find the kill onto Relic, who sneaked in past him by just the nick of timing. You know, timing and positioning is all what this game's about, as Amaterasu is going to find the perfect timing and position to kill Master towards B main. And TRUERIPPERS are slowly but surely falling apart in this round as well, and looks like match point is on the cards for Velocity.
We should pretty much be seeing Velocity Gaming going ahead and getting themselves a 12th on the board, and Hellfighter gonna do a lot of damage onto the Sova, though. Cross is gonna be bleeding internally. It's gonna be pretty damn low. 33 points of health. One Tap God, on the other hand, is holding a good angle. I think that he's expecting a push coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming.
30
but
seconds
hey,
left.
that's Velocity Gaming we're talking about. And they're no longer going to be making these aggressive plays. They no longer are going to give any sorts of advantage to the side of TRUERIPPERS, as they really want to get away with the map of Icebox as fast as possible, and then, you know, moving over towards the map of Haven, quickly finish it off maybe. But yeah, that's exactly what
10
TRUERIPPERS
seconds
want
left.
as well.
Yeah, they look like they're going to be going for the
Last
save
player
over here. One Tap God actually taps the head of Rightways, but the last man standing across, they know where he is. MW1's crawling around that attacking side spawn. He might just find his head. Ooh, MW1. Oh my god. Cross somehow survives that, and he's going to be alive to see the next round with a weapon in his hand safely, as they really need that weapon, because they're force bought into this round. And they have no utility as such to work with. They've got half armors across the board, one Guardian onto Relic as well as Velocity. They have money for probably another 3 rounds, even if they lose this one. So they're going to be pretty much okay, even if they lose this one out. But I don't think they would want to, because match point has come up, and I think Velocity, yeah, they're going to be cleaning up shop anytime now.
MW1, a lot more aggressive towards the twos. Might just find himself a frag as well. Yep, he's gonna spot out the face of Relic, but nice little angle coming out from the side of Relic, but no, MW1 still managed to get that frag. Relic is gonna get taken down, and with that, we are no longer gonna be seeing Relic coming alive in this particular round, and I feel like that the entirety of TRUERIPPERS might just go to sleep for the map of Icebox. It's gonna be MW1 to pull out the Blades as well to take down Master. Cross trying to get the frag on towards Vibor, but Vibor instead is just gonna go ahead and get a drive-by on towards that player. Is gonna be Velocity Gaming to go ahead and win it out, ladies and gentlemen. 13-8 on the map of Icebox. What a way, what a retake over towards the A side. Velocity Gaming, I'm not even gonna lie, it was just one round that Velocity Gaming gave into the favor of TRUERIPPERS, at least on the second half of the game.
Yeah, it was just one round. We saw it. They won the half 7-5 TRUERIPPERS, and I really thought it was going to be a much more closer fight. At some point, I even, you know, was going to be forced to believe that TRUERIPPERS might just win out Velocity Gaming's pick over here. But hey, Velocity Gaming, they rushed in towards One Tap God's face so hard and so fast that he couldn't do anything. 1v5, too tall of an order. He got 2, but in the end, it was Velocity Gaming to clutch it out for themselves. 13-8. A scoreline that I think they would have wanted it to be better, given their standards of play on Icebox or any map for that matter, but they got the victory, and that's all they needed. And now they're moving in closer and closer to that, you know, total 2-0 series victory.
True that. With that, we're going to be quickly heading into the match highlights as well, and let's relive some of the moments out of this particular map. The map of Icebox. We thought that, you know, it was going to be Velocity Gaming to easily have a good time on the map of Icebox. Starting off with the first half itself, because they started off on the attack side, and we know for a fact that Icebox is an attacker side map universe. But that's not what happened. There's a little bit of a plot twist here. Velocity Gaming, they did win out the pistol round. Actually, they won out both the pistol rounds. But you know what? It was actually TRUERIPPERS Esports to go ahead and put up 7 rounds in the first half on that defense side. So it looks like that this map, right, was more of like a tale of 2 defender sides. Because Velocity Gaming, they also dominated on the defender side, and TRUERIPPERS, they did the same. So yeah, Universe, I want you to go ahead and, you know, walk our lovely audience throughout the first half. On what exactly did you think was the problem coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming?
I mean, they did everything right, I believe, but it's just that sometimes they were slipping. Those individual fights. I think multiple times when Amaterasu died was definitely a problem for Shaw. He gave out so many times his life as the sage who's usually, touted to stay alive until the very end, so that, if there's a revive, a heal, or, a slow up that needs to be put down somewhere to let his team be set up for kills, which is going to be MW1 is going to be feeding those to the side of Velocity Gaming. The Sage is usually touted to be alive towards the very end. But unfortunately, Amaterasu, he went to go for those plans. I mean, I know what he was going for, right? He wanted the ultimate op so that he would get the Ulta Orb coming for himself after planting the spike and even getting a few kills. But unfortunately, he was getting those Ulta Orbs by dying. And death is not an option, especially when you're in a situation where you need yourself to be alive for the rest of your team. So in the end, it was okay though. 7-5 is not too bad, but you would never see Velocity Gaming on the receiving end of it. Like, on the 5 line, it's usually Velocity Gaming who always have the lead that we've seen. But unfortunately, this time around, they are going to be giving away that first half to the opponent team. But that's okay, because second half, Assassin, they blew it open, they blew it apart. They made sure that TRUERIPPERS knew who they are facing, as one round given to them in all of the second half. As from 7-5, they went atop to 13-8, and what a victory by them.
Through that, Velocity Gaming, they did it in style as well, right? The second half of the game was actually where they didn't actually put up their best as well. TRUERIPPERS, I am not going to deny the fact that they played it out really, really beautifully. I mean, for a fact that each and every player from the side of TRUERIPPERS was feeling it when players like Cross, Master, Paradox, One Tap God Relic, everyone was performing. Paradox with that operator was just phenomenal, and I really can't wait to see what is going to happen on the next map, because that is where things are going to get even a lot more spicier. Yeah. Look at the number of frags coming out from MW1. Damn, 25 kills.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. This guy's a madman, and he's been supported by his team every single time. They set him up for success, and his success is just translated to Velocity Gaming success. What a beautiful play by them. And as a result, it is going to be the side of Velocity Gaming to win out this one in a pretty decent and, telling fashion that, what, guys, Icebox is our map. You thought you're going to win it after the first half. That's not going to happen. It's going to be Velocity Gaming 13-8 victory. And they're going to be looking forward to Haven now. As once we move into Haven, it's probably going to be a little bit of, an invariable match for sure, because of the fact that it's 3 sides. And Velocity Gaming have been sometimes a little bumpy on the roads of Haven. But if they're going to be able to carry on the same momentum further on, the steady gameplay that they have, and, sticking to their wits about themselves, I think it should be a 2-0 for Velocity.
Well, let's hope for the best. We really want to see TRUERIPPERS go ahead and take the map of Haven so that we can see some action on Split. We really want this best of 3 to just keep on going and going, because who doesn't love some intense Valorant action, right? And we know for a fact that TRUERIPPERS, they definitely are going to deliver to us that intense Valorant action that we are looking forward to. Let's hope that they are going to be able to strongly take over the map of Haven, and we can go in towards the decider as well. But for now, though, what we need is a little bit of a break and some time to go ahead and prep up map 2 Haven for you guys. So yeah, we're going to be going ahead for a short break, and some message from our sponsors is going to pop up in front of your screens as well. Please go ahead and check out all the links down in the description below to just go ahead and check out the amazing deals from our sponsors: LG Ultragear, WD Black, and AMD Ryzen Radeon. Also, don't forget to go ahead and grab yourselves a can of Red Bull, because you might need it on the map of Haven as well. Things are going to get a lot spicy. Things are going to get a lot hot. And I'm definitely sure that, that energy drink in your hand, that Red Bull can, you guys are going to be able to keep yourselves hydrated and energetic as well throughout this best of 3. So until then, you guys were watching the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. Me and Universe are going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with map number 2 Haven. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm your cost assassin 47. On the desk with me is Universe, and we are back and ready to jump straight into the map of Haven as well. After the map of Icebox, I feel like the Velocity Gaming, they definitely are going to be in that momentum, and let's hope that TrueRippers are going to be able to bring out something different from their side in order to take down the side of Velocity. Now, we know for a fact that TrueRippers are the ones who have picked up the map of Haven. So, Universe, what are your thoughts on the map of Haven? What are you expecting out of this map?
I mean, I don't know what exactly I'm going to expect, because I think it might just be a 51-49 match over here in the favor of Velocity being 51, because I know that they have been a little wobbly on Haven, but still, it is Velocity Gaming we're talking about. They have been the masters of this, Indian Valorant scene for quite some time now, at least the last 2 months. So, yeah, it is going to be very difficult for the side of TrueRippers, but hey, the one thing about this team is that they can make wonders happen. Amaterasu, though, as we jump into the agent selection, is going to go on is going to go for the Phoenix, where on the other side of things, one tap god is actually going for Jet. And
Yeah, I mean,
Paradox
there's no time for arguments here. We know for a fact that one tap god is a better Jet than Paradox. No cap.
Okay.
Yeah, jokes aside, Paradox is going to be the one to play Astra. It's quite an interesting composition coming out from the side of TrueRippers. I really want to see what they are going to be able to achieve with this. But hey, Vibor and MW1 are fighting right now. Actually, we wanted Helef on the Jet. Let's go. Hashtag Jet for Helef. But hey, jokes aside, Vibor is going to go on to that Killjoy. MW1 is going to be on the Jet. Hellfighter is going to be playing the Astra as well, and really can't wait to see what exactly is going to be the entire lineup coming out from the side of TrueRippers now, as Paradox has changed from the Astra to the Omen. So again, TrueRippers, they are a team that have sort of went back to their roots. So they've sort of brought that Omen back into their Haven composition as well. And yeah, with one tap gone on that Jet, I feel like that things are gonna be a little bit different than the map of Icebox. And yeah, let's just jump straight into the game and figure out ourselves. No more speculations, because the match is ready. As you can already see all of these players getting prepped up and ready as well.
Yep. Amaterasu's opened up his cam, and we always love to see him playing on the server as TRUERIPPERS boys have got smiles across their face. Paradox is definitely enjoying a joke with Relic, but right now, what they need to be enjoying is this map of Haven, because they've changed up their composition, they've changed up the way that they play on Haven. Paradox has gone for that Omen, and it's one tap got on the Jet. So let's see how that works out for them. They are on the attack as well right now, as the Amaterasu is actually pushing up so heavily. And oh my god, BLT, 4 players pushing up A, and they've done such good job at getting control of it. And there comes the flash. They're moving in so heavy, so hard. And goes down as the TRUERIPPERS are forced to play in a position that I don't think they're very comfortable with. Damaged a little bit with that shock dart. Paradox on the other side of this crossfire with Cross himself. And they're going to be running in, and they're going to jump and get some kills. No! Paradox and Cross completely shut them down as they get 2 each. And the last man standing is going to go down to Paradox as well. Helef. I mean, VLD started off pretty well, but I don't know what they were thinking. Yeah, thumbs up definitely.
Thumbs up for sure, man. Good stuff coming out from the side of Paradox to get that triple with that frenzy. This position was absolutely perfect, right? For that kind of a dragathon.
Yeah.
The entirety of Velocity Gaming just walked in straight into his crosshairs, and that was a good push coming out from the side of Velocity. It was a calculated push, actually. Because TRUERIPPERS, they tend to do this. They leave out one player outside of the A lobbies, and most of them just try and take Garage or B control. This time it was B, and once again, it looks like the TRUERIPPERS are going to try and take B consistently again and again and again. Because you know for a fact the Velocity are a team. We'll leave out the B side for the retake.
Yeah, now they've taken B again over here. TRUERIPPERS know that it's pretty vulnerable, so they're going to hit on it. As one tap god is aggressing his position, Master's going to give a little bit of chip damage, a lot of chip damage actually, onto the player towards C-Link as MW1 goes down to Relic. And there's another barrage of kills for Paradox as he gets 2 for himself. Cross is going to get another. And the last man standing on Amaterasu in that range, that shorty is not even going to hit the air around Relic.
2-0. TRUERIPPERS. They've started off strong, and I feel like the start on the attack side of Haven is something that is definitely going to help them out as well, right? Haven is an attack side of map, we know that. But yeah, Velocity Gaming, once the full buy comes out from their side, I feel like that things are going to be back to that serious mode as well from the side of Velocity Gaming. Enough rushing, enough aggressing. Now it's time for them to properly defend a site. And I like this, you know, every single round, MW1 pushing on top of that recon coming in from right to ace, getting a lot of information, getting a lot of map control. And that sort of allows the entirety of Velocity to make these immediate rotations as well. And look at this. They're already over towards the B and the C side. I know for a fact that the entirety of TRUERIPPERS are going to sort of try and make their way over towards Garage and C as well. But hey, the entirety of TRUERIPPERS, they're trying to move it over towards the B side. And yep, it's time for Vibor to arm himself.
It definitely is going to be difficult for them as the recon goes in, and it's going to be a full force commitment over here. Vibor, he triggers that nano swarm, but it's going to give a little bit of damage, not too much though, but he might find the planter. There it is. Vibor on the backside proves to be useful. He's blinded off. He needs support from his teammates. He's actually going to get another. No, he's not. Amaterasu comes in to help him, but he goes down immediately as well. MW1 trying to push in. Relic is just going to run and fire with that beautiful weapon, Spectre. We all love to see it, but all hate to be on the receiving end of it. One tap god now. He's going to look at towards right away, and he gets his kill as he dashes away. Tries to get the plant. Helef running in. He might just find him. Oh, the plant goes off. He's going to get off of it. As Helef... Ooh, beautiful positioning from him, but he's actually going to go down. Relic comes in from A, takes him down. It's going to be TRUERIPPERS to take out the third round for themselves. Pretty much what happened in the previous map itself.
So it's going to be 3-0 in favor of TRUERIPPERS for now. Happy with the performance that they've been putting up on their attack. Especially one tap god, right? We know for a fact that the guy comes in clutch every single time his team needs him the most. And moving in towards round number 4, we're seeing Team Velocity Gaming going in for nothing but the pistols except for Vibor, who's going to be on the Spectre. So yeah, let's hope that the Sheriffs are going to sing. Let's hope that they are going to be able to maybe do some sort of damage on towards the side of TRUERIPPERS. There's going to be Amaterasu to be all by himself towards the C side. Not going to be able to do anything as one tap god is just going to rush in. to take him down. Relic on the other hand, holding the flank, holding for potential backstabs. Finds Vibor, puts him to sleep. With that, it's going to be down to right to Ace and MW1. 2 versus 5 situation. TRUERIPPERS. They should pretty much have the 4th on the board as well without any issues whatsoever. I don't see MW1 and right to Ace pulling this off, but yeah, maybe right to Ace is going to be able to get himself a frag. Yes, he will. There's going to be one tap guard getting deleted. Right to Ace hurt out a player and he gets himself another one. Wow. Talk about cross tap placement and then one taps. Right to Ace. Good stuff, but yeah. Better things coming out from the side of TRUERIPPERS as I'm going to go ahead and put up 4 rounds in a row now, Universe. And this is sort of just going into the favor of TRUERIPPER Esports again and again and again. And now that we might see an operator coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming, especially MW1, putting out that glass cannon and putting it to use over towards the C side alongside with Bor. Really expecting the side of TRUERIPPERS to be potentially aware of this operator by the side of Velocity.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be aware of this, of whoever's going to be facing it. It looks like it might just be Master, but he's going to hold it off for now as MW1 has repositioned himself. He's going to be running away towards aid, he believes, and Paradox is holding on a pretty good corner, but he's not spotted out yet, but Velocity have a fair idea that it is going to be hitting towards A. So here comes the flash in. Amaterasu sees it coming and he's not going to get the kill. Paradox just takes him down. Spray works for him. And here comes the Seekers. And it's going to be right to West who swings out wide and actually loses his life. MW1 to respond, dashes away, and that's all his team needed for the moment. As the Seekers are going to be doing the work that they needed. They're going to be pushing them all the way back as a spike goes down. And a 3v4 retake for Velocity as damage is constantly being done to them. And it's looking highly unlikely every single second as it passes by.
The 3 versus 4 situation for the side of Velocity Gaming, and Relic is coming in with a late flank. He's gonna go ahead and find the frag on towards Hellfire. I really love these sneaky little plays being made by Relic. Truly goes ahead and does it assassin style indeed. Comes in with these sneaky little flanks and always gets a backstab out to all of these players. On the map of Haven is where Relic actually shines on the attack. And same on the defense as well. His hold is something to be definitely scared about. So yeah, MW1 and Vibor, they're just going to go in for that save. And it is going to be the 5th on the board for the side of TRUERIPPERS. Man, looks like that TRUERIPPERS, they definitely are angry with what happened on the map of Icebox. And they want to take away the map of Haven so that we can move into a split.
Attacking-sided map, they say, and attacking-sided indeed is being shown by TRUERIPPERS. Haven has been in their control so far. 5-0. They are up, and I'm pretty sure that Velocity Gaming do not like this one bit. You can see the seriousness on their faces. They're gonna have to try to do something different over here, as a timeout has come in for the side of Velocity Gaming, and this should serve the purpose for them to get another round. As look at the age we've come to. I think now they're discussing strats on their phones. 4 players are on their phone while Master is just waiting for his team. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead. Put the story.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. Don't be shy to tag both me and Assassin and the Esports Club as well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Paradox is going to be doing that. I mean, he's at least going to tag me, though. If he ain't going to do that, he knows that he's going to get a personal call from me.
Yo, Paradox. You better be careful, my friend.
Yeah, you better be careful. You better tag us, all right?
Oh boy, it is gonna be a very, very interesting how Velocity Gaming are gonna be turning this one around, because they've got the buy coming in again, but it is not that great. Clearly, they have a Stinger, a Spectre, a Sheriff, along with the operator that was saved with MW1 and the Phantom on the hands of Vibor. And this is gonna be a desperate play for them, because it's very likely that they could lose out this round, but they're gonna try their level best to push into this so that they don't. They are gonna half buy into it. They're looking around what exactly they can feel around to do in this round, and it looks like they've left A on the hands of right to Ace, who's towards short, and his one head blown off could mean that A would be wide open, and he's gonna go all the way back because he hears that hound coming in, and right to Ace, he's gonna reposition himself back towards heaven, I believe. No, yeah, he's gonna go towards heaven, as this recon is not going to reveal anybody, and TRUERIPPERS are slowly moving in towards A.
Take flight.
But he's going to change his mind. He's going to come back to the site. He's not going to go into his heavens. He's going to use the Ultragear to get information, and on top of that information, We are going to be seeing the rotations being made from the side of Velocity Gaming as well. You know for a fact that Relic is going to come in with that late flank every single round, so one player is going to be put down over towards the B side to cut out this late flank coming out from the side of Relic. Whereas the Astra, that is Hellfighter, is going to move it over towards the links alongside of Matarasu. And yeah, now's going to be the time for the entire TRUERIPPERS to move in over towards the side and start planting the spike. It's going to be Matarasu to move in and get the frag maybe? Nah, it's going to be right twice instead. Matarasu's run it back. It's going to be put to good use. It is going to be distracting the entire TRUERIPPERS, but Cross! You don't do that. You don't go ahead and delete the entirety of Velocity like that. What a performance from the Beast himself. It's gonna be all down to MW1. That's gonna frag on towards Master's gonna try and get himself another one. He's gonna take down Cross. He's gonna go ahead and clutch it out. MW1, you beast! What did you just do? Just crush the entire dreams from the side of TRUERIPPER. He's supposed to go ahead and get that 6 on the board as well.
Wow.
And MW1, take a bow.
What a player. What a play. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I really don't know what exactly happened over there, but clearly MW1, he knew what he was doing. He knew that the plant was going to be stuck and he went right for it. He got the planter, he got the player supporting him, and it is Velocity who put up finally round number 1 on the board over the Assassin, and I think they're going to be trying to capitalize upon that. There's a lot of damage being happened. MW1 gets one, and I've got to return the favor. As the Matarasu goes down towards the B, and the Seekers come out again. As before, he's gonna dodge the other one. It goes past him, and LF trying to spam in. He gets spotted out, and they know where 2 players are now. You know, MW1's towards B as well, and now Crocs is gonna peek onto him, and he's gonna get his life taken away from him as well. I mean, MW1 isn't holding the Reaper, but he definitely is a Reaper of Death for the side of TRUERIPPERS.
Boy, let's manage to get the frag on towards Master. I feel like that MW1 holding the garage position is going to be something that is to be feared about. One tap God. Wow, 3 players are watching garage now. Damn, Velocity. That's a definitely terrified of one tap God.
No charges left.
But yeah, 45 seconds and only 2 players left out from the side of TRUERIPPERS. I'm not really sure what Relic and one tap God can do. 40 seconds, one tap God. What we can try and do is maybe just, you know, abduct and dash into the side. Try and, yeah, there you go. That's exactly what he's gonna do, but MW1 still picks him off midair. My goodness, MW1. Just take care of your wrist a little bit, alright? I mean, that flick is gonna give you a wrist injury right there, but Hellfighter is gonna be the one. Come in with a flank and give Relic a taste of his own medicine. 5-2, Velocity. Maybe put up the second round of the board, and I feel like that TRUERIPPERS still have the money to go in for a buy. They're gonna do that.
Checking the situation.
Oh boy, Velocity. They have definitely built upon that round, and MW1 is to give credit for that. What a play by the young man over there. He is going to get a 3K for himself in that round with that first initial peak, as now TRUERIPPERS have taken a timeout, and Velocity Gaming are also going to get a little bit of that, you know, playing around time so that they can think about what happened in Master. Okay, I know it was a bad round, but come on, I mean, hands on the head. Clearly, it's hurt him a lot. As Paradox is
AFK.
gone. Yeah, he's gone AFK. He's on the pee break or eating break, or has he gone to meet Relic? Because even Relic's not. Oh wait, he's back.
Yeah, maybe Relic and Paradox is just fist bumping each other, maybe. I don't know. Just went ahead, you know, hey Relic, what's up, man? Are you okay? Are y'all absolutely fine? It's okay. I mean, we know for a fact that LF came in with a little bit of a backstab, but it's okay. You got this, Relic. Wow. Wow. Paradox. He's just chilling now. Damn.
Having fun.
Got his legs on top of the table, is just chilling and just trying to, you know, like speak to the entire team. Like, guys, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to chill. We got this. We got 5 rounds now, and we can put on more. All we have to do is just, you know, wait for Relic to come back, and then we can try and work around a strategy to get that 6th on the board as well.
Yeah, but for the moment, looks like they're trying to find the 6th on to C. One tap God. He's going to dash in, puts in the smoke, and he knows that there's players on the backside. It's going to be Helef who's going to pop on the smoke, but Paradox actually finds the better of the board as one tap God just sprays a running Phantom onto the head of Helef through that Radiant box. It's also, and it's going to be Velocity Gaming 3v5, and I think the save call should have already been made. Look at that, they're already going back, and MW1, Rightwise is already moving back. He wants no part of this action.
This is gonna try and go in for the save, I guess. I mean, a 3 versus 5 is pretty much impossible over towards the C side. And on top of that, if Amaterasu had his run it back, right, then maybe they could have actually gone for it, because it would be like a 4 versus 5 then, instead of a 3 versus 5. But yeah, no intel whatsoever. This is gonna try and save. This is gonna try and, you know, make sure that this operator is carried forward on towards the next round. And maybe they can try and, you know, just make it a 6-6 as we close out the half.
Maybe.
But the actual question is if TRUERIPPERS are going to allow them to do that.
Yeah. You know, the Velocity Gaming are down low right now after winning out the first map. Also, I didn't really expect them to be down 6-2. Because this could go even worse. It could go a lot more than what you can see on the scoreboard right now. They need to pick up the pace and they need to pick it up quick. Because if they're not able to, then I'm pretty sure that Velocity Gaming are going to be in a world of hurt where they do not want to. They're going to lose out on the map. And TRUERIPPERS, that's exactly what they want.
Amaterasu, this time instead of MW1, it's going to be him. Actually try and push it over towards the A mains. MW1's position has been revealed, guys, and I feel like that might not be able to live for a long time in this particular round. But he's lucky, you know, because the entirety of TRUERIPPERS, they don't even care about the A side. Try to move it over towards C, and maybe one tap god. Just gonna try and move in to that side, but Cross is coming in as well, and this split over towards the C side is working out. Rightwise is gonna pull out the Hunter's Fury. It's gonna be Hellfighter to get taken down by one tap god. Damn, he is angry. Amaterasu try and get the frag on towards Paradox, but little does he know that Paradox is already sneaked in towards the garage position. Is going to be the one to go ahead and take him down instead. Rightwise, he's already used up his Hunter's Fury, remember, and he's got himself the recon out ready. So he's trying to use that recon, maybe try and get some information, but he doesn't want to reveal his own position as he's going to try and get himself a frag first. Master comes in with an immediate grip alliance. Is going to be down to MW1 in a 1 versus 3. There's no other option than to go ahead and, you know, maybe just carry forward this operator once again. Because I don't see this round going into the favor of Velocity Gaming if he tries to go in for the clutch. But hey, it might be possible. One tap god is going to try and take that operator away. And one tap god is going to go ahead and do a lot of damage. There's going to be MW1 to be pushed in from both sides. And one tap god to just updraft and get that classic out to take down MW1 as well. Pull out that operator from the hands of MW1. He's going to do a lot of economy damage from the side of Velocity Gaming.
Oh boy, TRUERIPPERS. Absolutely beautiful stuff from them. 7-2 now. And pretty much if Velocity do not shut out the next 3 rounds, it's going to be worse than what they had in the first half of the first map. And I'm pretty sure they don't want that. They've got 3 ultimates. They've got the Astra and Killjoy combination of the Lockdown and Cosmic Divide, which they could use on the retake side. And they also have the little bit of a taste of the run it back that Amaterasu could apply into this round as well. As MW1 again brute forcing his way towards the A-shot position. He might just find Paradox. Paradox is aware of this. MW1 does not get the shot connected. Paradox goes for a kill himself, and MW1 knows that there's somebody else going to be picking out. Cross is going to blow his head off as Rightwise gets one himself, and the run it back. Oh my god, it's going to be completely rendered useless as Relic is going to let him go wherever he wants, Amaterasu. As he's just going to go back towards C, and Velocity Gaming, they're getting ripped apart. This is such a bad position for them. Paradox gets spotted out, and he's going to go down. Helef with that Spectre is just going to make sure that Paradox causes no more damage. And now, in the 2v4, Velocity Gaming, I mean, the best choice would be for them to save again.
I don't think so. It's turning out to be a safe simulator here. Every single round. Velocity Gaming, they need to do something about this explosive attack coming out from the side of TRUERIPPERS, and the best tactic would be to try and, you know, potentially read out their future moves. And Rasu, the frag onto it. What? Okay then, well, that explains it.
I mean, he dodged the flash, fair enough, but he still got the kill. I really thought Amaterasu could have blown his head away.
Yeah. Maybe Velocity is just not feeling it. I don't know.
This goes clear. I mean, they clearly felt it in the first map. I don't know what exactly happened, but 82 down. I mean, 8-4 should be at least what they should salvage off of this, but I don't think with the way that they're looking right now, it's an eco. It might just go a 9-3 or maybe even a 10-2.5, given the way that VLT have no weaponry to work with in this one. 2 Spectres, 2 Sheriffs, half armor across the board, pushing up towards mid. Well, the rest of the team of TRUERIPPERS are moving in towards C. And it looks like they're going to find a free site over here. Relic, he's going to spot out 2. He pulls down the cage, tries to run away, but MW1's coming on the flank to get him. As the Seekers are going to give away the positions of all the players of VLT. And now Paradox planting the spike, as TRUERIPPERS are going to be very wary of where exactly these players are coming from. Master going to be the first one. So much damage with that shock tap, but he goes down anyway. TRUERIPPERS now 5v3 as Helef is crawled into this position and he's going to actually put in the stars. Paradox, he's actually going to get spotted out. No, he's not. Helef comes out at the wrong time, does not listen to the footsteps because he was in the astral zone. And while doing that yoga pose, he's going to get taken down. Amaterasu finds Cross actually. And now in a 4v2, Paradox is detained and the last man standing is one tap god. He gets 1, dashes away. Make that 2 actually, that was the collateral. And they're trying to stick the defuse. Right to gets 1 and a Paradox pulls the flash. And he's going to get the spray down. Velocity Gaming. That was their round, but they completely went haywire just because the positioning of that plant, it was absolutely beautiful on the side of TRUERIPPERS. And my word, what a performance. Both the players who were alive, Paradox and One Type God, both got the spray down of 2 members at the same time. The change of roles clearly did not show that they are going to be changing in fragging potential.
I can't believe my eyes right now. TRUERIPPERS, the amount of information that they are relaying onto each other. They knew for a fact that Paradox is gonna come in late garage. They knew that they have to plant in such a way that everyone's gonna be able to defend that spike from being diffused. This is just insane stuff coming out from the side of TRUERIPPERS. I mean, I've got no words left. TRUERIPPERS, what a play. Now Velocity Gaming. I feel like that the calm, cool guy from the side of Velocity, their IGL, Amaterasu, is kind of a little bit angry now. And he's hot on action. I mean, definitely he's Phoenix, so
Get out of my
he's kind of
way.
on fire, but MW1 and Vivore maybe the ones to try and, you know, control mid. One tap god. Not gonna be able to do much with the blades. They get taken down. Paradox, on the other hand, takes care of Amaterasu. Paradox gonna get himself another one. And Paradox, I guess he's here to give a fitting reply to everyone. We're sort of, you know, going ahead and criticizing him, but wow, Hellfighter. Why you gotta do Relic like that, man?
I mean, that was the most we could give it to them because a 9-3 half against Velocity is nothing short of a feat. Now they can build up upon this TRUERIPPERS, and all they need is a pistol over here. They get the pistol, they're up to 10. They get the consequent round after that because they're going to have weaponry better than Velocity. They get 11. And after that, it's just going to be smooth sailing for them unless Velocity win out the pistol themselves, which I know that they really, really need. And now that they're going to be on attack themselves, are they going to be able to pull off the success that TRUERIPPERS pulled off?
Maybe. Never really know. Really looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to happen in the second half now. Will Velocity be able to pull it all back? So we know their attack is equally good. It's going to be down to how exactly TRUERIPPERS are going to set up their defense, because TRUERIPPERS clearly looks like that they've done their homework on the map of Haven.
They absolutely have. And like I said earlier, this is a map where Velocity Gaming have sometimes been very bumpy. And even though I touted them to get the 51-49% kind of win over here, right now that 49% looks like it's gone way more up for TRUERIPPERS. And they are definitely right now the favorites to win this one if they play their cards right. Amaterasu, he is towards short, and look who's going to have a look at him if he goes in further. It is going to be Relic and his camera. As Velocity are actually pretty silent towards his A side, and Cross, he's going to throw in that flash and he might just get information, but he's going to choose against it. He's going to hold on to his flash. As Velocity, they're going to throw in that owl drone, which is going to be spotted out. Helef actually gets Cross, and now they're going to running in towards A. All they needed was that first pick, and they're moving in. Paradox playing around that cage. He's going to get Amaterasu. He gets another as well. Both the duelists are down. He moves in towards A main. He's going to be down to 22 HP, and he's actually not deterred at all. He wants to go in for more, and he gets his life taken away from him. Right towards he's going to take him down. There's a 2v3 situation in the retake for TRUERIPPERS should come in as soon as the plan goes down. LF is waiting for somebody to pop out of that smoke, and so is right to waste, but nobody's going to come in. One tap god is close to the smoke though, but the time is too less. They're waiting. They need to get that plant. That shock dart is going to tag down LF to 6
Spike
HP.
planted.
And that recon, not going to give out too much. And my right to waste takes down one tap god. And now Master, he has 100 HP. He's got 2 players who are low. All he needs is 1 bullet onto them. He's gonna get spotted out. They know exactly where he is because of the bullets being fired. And now Vibor, he just needs to tuck himself. He just should not be taking this fight. As Velocity, they have a good enough advantage, and it's gonna be made sure that they capitalize upon it as right to ace takes down the last man standing. A 3k for him in this round. As TRUERIPPERS, they were looking like they could have gone away with this round with Paradox's 2k, but when he came back from that smoke and he gave away his life, it was all over.
Well, despite all of the heroics coming out from Paradox, right, they were not able to go ahead and take that pistol round. That's kind of an unfortunate moment right there, but it's good. It's for the better good for the side of Velocity, actually. If they can just drag this game to an overtime, that is going to be something they would love to see. Well, I would also love to see TRUERIPPERS winning at this map with a really big score difference. That is definitely going to be looking good. Their overall best of 3, but Matarasu want to take down Relic. Maybe another one. No! Cross with the shotty. Take out the Fireboy with Rasu. He's going to try and run away with that Spectre. Oh, wow. Right to ace. Pull out that shock dart. Thank God Cross did not actually go ahead for the peak with the Spectre. Would have had his weapon out. Maybe right to ace would have got him taken down. Paradox, on the other hand, has to go in for a little bit of a backstab, but it's going to be stopped right in his tracks thanks to the Killjoy's alarm bot. Before, let's get the frag on towards one tap god with 50 seconds left of the clock. Velocity Gaming, they're going to try and move in over towards the A side now, Universe, and I feel like that this hold coming in from Cross and this flash that he's about to go ahead and put is going to be something that might stop Velocity, but no. Beautiful recon dart completely distracts Cross, and it is going to be start Velocity to go ahead and plant the spike as well. 2 versus 4. I thought that TRUERIPPERS might just be able to do a little bit more. Maybe they still are. Maybe Paradox might just get the frag on towards MW1, but no, MW1 is just a little bit more quick. Master does stab the face of Hellfire, but Hellfire with that Guardian. We've been seeing Hellfire on the Guardian quite some time now.
Yeah, he's been pretty good with it as well. I mean, we've seen him multiple times use it on Breeze because of, I mean, just because of the sheer size of the map. But Haven's not a bad choice either. And now we are going to see TRUERIPPERS watch Velocity slowly but surely come back closer and closer to them as they're going to have their full buy coming in over here. TRUERIPPERS and Assassin, are they going to be, if they shut down Velocity over here, I think it's going to hurt Velocity a lot and we might just see a third map.
Maybe. It might just happen, but for now, there is going to be the Vibor. On the side of Velocity to go ahead and get that frag. Paradox, oh, sorry, one tap god is going to be going down. Sorry. Habits calling Paradox as the jet. Yeah, one tap god. Let's see if they want to get taken down. Yeah, TRUERIPPERS Esports. They definitely are going to feel the loss of one tap god. He's the man to actually make a difference, but there are more players from the side of TRUERIPPERS to actually make a difference. One of them, which is going to be Paradox, right in front of your screens, is holding on over towards the B side. We are going to be seeing the entirety of Velocity making their way over towards C. Master, he has got himself that information. He's going to throw in that recon as well. He's got the owl drone. He's got a lot of gadgets in order to potentially go ahead and get more and more information. Velocity, I feel like they're just trying to sell off a fake over towards C. Their actual hit is going to be over towards the A side, where it's just down to Cross. And if Cross gets taken down by right to ace, things are going to get more and more spicy.
Oh, they're actually going towards B.
Yeah, they're actually moving over towards B. It's going to be the trap fire to get destroyed. Cross to take down MW1 while he dashes in. And boy, you just get a drive-by on towards Cross. 20 seconds and only 2 players left out from the side of TRUERIPPERS.
Oh boy. What a beautiful play coming in. That one person over there sitting towards A was right to ace, who was trying to sell out a little bit of an informational play. He made sure that after the drone that he sent out earlier in the round, he was not being spotted over there, and that caused the rotation to come in from Relic, who went towards C, as the last man standing was a Sky towards A, who got taken down, and Velocity Gaming did some good work. LF is going to find another tap onto the head of Master, as the Guardian is constantly being used by him, and it's causing a lot of damage. And now Last man standing Relic, who had rotated all the way towards C, comes back on another huge flank, but he's going to be sitting here for some exit frags, and he is going to make sure that he gets some. But look at Velocity though. I don't think they're going to come towards A main at all. I think, yeah, they're going to be sticking towards defender side spawn, unless just the one man, Vibor. Is he going to look right? No, he's not. He's going to give away his life, and it is going to be valid to take him down as Velocity survive another round, and they're going to be pretty happy with that, because now Paradox and his team need to come up with a semi-buy, I think, if they want to contest with Velocity in this round. But it's going to be okay, because they can afford to lose even this round, but the next round onwards, if they start losing it out, it's going to hurt them really bad. And TRUERIPPERS, I'm pretty sure they do not want that.
The TRUERIPPERS are going to try and pull off a half buy, or maybe just go in for upgraded pistols. That's pretty much it. Nothing else coming out from their side though. Velocity are looking to put up that 7th on the board and potentially try and get things up on the scoreboard as fast as possible. Take over the lead from the hands of TRUERIPPERS. One tap got aggressing in right now. He's going to try and go in for the peak, but the flash is going to fail from the side of Cross, and with the recon coming in from the side of right to way. So spot out, one tap gone. He's gonna get taken down. But Rasu finds 2. The flick of the wrist comes in from the man as he's gonna go ahead and set up an example. Age is actually not a barrier to esports, and he's gonna be like, doesn't matter how old I am. I still got the reflexes for this. I still got my aim.
Absolutely, he does. And now Velocity Gaming are going to be pulling in round number 7 in their favor, unless a miracle comes into the hands of Relic and Master, which looks very, very, very unlikely at this point, because Relic's holding down this angle and he's moving back further, and Master's been spotted out as well. Vibor and his trusty turret, that recon, Vibor doesn't care about it. He's got his teammate to take it out though. But Master, look at the result of that. He's run all the way back towards Garage, where he is going to reposition himself and try to find somebody come out of mid-window, I believe. But that turret is going to problemize him even over there. As Master stuck in a very tight corner. And pretty much I think his life should be given away if they choose to go towards the side of Garage. But I think this should be the end of the round over here. Master should be able to save this one. And Relic is going to save onto that Phantom as well.
What I don't understand is what's up with Hellfire and the Guardian? Like, is he doing like a Guardian only challenge or something like that? We saw him put up the Guardian.
Maybe. I mean, it's working out.
Yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, I'm just saying that if you guys know anything, is Hellf doing like a Guardian only challenge or something? Did you guys challenge him to only use the Guardian? Let us know. Yeah, we know for a fact that Hellf has been doing that, but today he's doing a little bit too much.
Yeah, but it's okay because he's not died for so long, right? So he's going to use that Guardian for as long as he wants to and for as long as he can.
Yeah.
So that, he's going to build up the economy. He doesn't have to spend a lot. And as a result of that, look at that. He's already got 7,850 creds, right? So he's going to be pretty much okay with what he's doing because he's getting success. And if you're getting success out of something, you're going to boil it down as much as you can until the pot goes completely blackened out, charcoal, coming out. Until that point, if you can boil the water, you're going to boil it, my friend, and you're going to watch it vaporize. Because after that, you're going to throw in the good stuff, which is the Phantom and the Vandals that we all love using. And that is going to come in the form of, if he's going to eat something and put something in that pot to, cook. So for now, it's just water boiling for Hellf, and he's waiting for the food to be cooked.
Well, talking about water, Relic is going to go ahead and take a sip of that water as well. He's just gonna go ahead and remind us to stay hydrated, guys. It's very important. Water is like, I read somewhere actually today, water is like the solution or remedy for absolutely everything.
Yeah, definitely is. And I didn't know that. I think I just spotted, was that Paradox's dad who just came in and out of the frame?
No, actually it was Paradox himself, I guess. He has He has like 4 PCs and a laptop, and he has like 2 separate tables, 2 separate chairs. So I guess he was just chilling on the other chair that he has. I don't know. But hey, yeah, there you go. So, I mean, the entirety of TRUERIPPERS, right? They're just pretty much pretty serious, and they just getting some sort of a strat ready, whereas Paradox is just out of the frame, chilling. Hey, Crosshair is using an LG Ultragear monitor. Why don't you guys check out one as well? Links down in the description below.
Yeah, you definitely should, because even I'm using one. And
I'm using one as well.
yeah, it's pretty good, guys. 144 hertz, right at top of the class. You definitely would want one for yourselves if you want to get that upgrade and look at things go in much better motion trajectory, especially in Valorant. Because I'll tell you what, guys, 144 hertz definitely helps.
I mean, you guys can also go ahead and check out the 27G and 950.
Yeah,
That thing is the actual beast. Like 27-inch 2K monitor, 144 hertz, 1 milliseconds, nano IPS display. Yeah, that is something that, you know, gets tempting. But hey, Cross is gonna be the one who's gonna be tempted to get that kill, and he does. Takes down right to ace, and with that, no longer are gonna be seeing any intel coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming, unless and until, of course, Amaterasu uses the running back as a live drone, as a live recon. Go ahead and maybe try and clear out the entirety of garage position. You know for a fact that Relic is the only defender onto the side. There's gonna be MW1 to be deleted off as well. Is Whipper gonna manage to take down Relic? Yes, he does. Onto a 3 versus 2 situation for the side of TRUERIPPERS. They've got the man advantage, and I feel like the Velocity Gaming, they're not going to be able to do much as Amaterasu. His position has been given away. He's going to be spammed as well through the box. Amaterasu needs to be careful as the attacker side of Killjoy. We'll be seeing the lockdown coming in. The entirety of TRUERIPPERS be forced out of the defender side of spawn. 2 versus 3. Feel like that Velocity Gaming are going to try and take control over towards the garage position.
yeah, it looks like they're gonna make very good use of it. If they are gonna be taking up 2v1 fights over here, it's gonna be Amaterasu to get one. Whipper gets one. He might just clutch this one out. No, it's gonna be one tap god to take him down immediately as the diffuse should be coming in, and TRUERIPPERS finally they spawned back after Velocity Gaming's 4-round haul as round number 10 comes up for TRUERIPPERS, and they're gonna be pretty happy with that for sure, because they had so many rounds go up against them, and now a 10-7 scoreline. But it's not going to deter Velocity at any point of time, because they've got money, and they've got money for days. They've got money for months, because it's still a lot of economy that they've built up with the 4 rounds that they won, and they're going to be using it to the best of their abilities as they have a fully kitted buy coming in again.
So yeah. 10-7. TRUERIPPERS, they have managed to get into double digits, and this is something that we all have been talking about. This is something that we all were expecting out of the map of Haven. We need this to go into the decider map. We need Velocity. You know, go ahead and take this to the map of Split and show us what they've got over there.
Yeah, they definitely might have a surprise for us over there, TRUERIPPERS. They might just take this one if it goes to Split, because they're going to have the confidence. But Velocity, I do not know how far they can pull this one right away. He's actually going to dodge that Cypher strip. That flash comes in from Paradox. MW1 jumping into a very precarious position, but it's going to be Amaterasu to get the first kill. Paradox goes down actually. Although they're spotted out, Master's going to put in his ever-faithful Hound. MW1 is going to punish him for pushing through that Cosmic Divide, as a one-tap guard is holding on to the other side, and MW1 is on the other side as well. The wall goes down, and it's going to be MW1 to win it out. The reflexes on that man are just too good. It looks like TRUERIPPERS are slowly but surely falling apart in this round. 2v5, looking highly unlikely. Master might find MW1 over here in the smoke. Yeah, he's definitely going to find him. That one goes to Relic, actually finds one himself as well. Whipper takes down Master, and it's going to be right to waste to clutch out the last man of the round in very good and determining fashion over here. As Velocity, they put up round number 8 on the board, and they're going to be a little bit more wary about the way they play now, because Assassin clearly the beat push worked out for them, but it's not going to work out every single time, because that Cosmic Divide was very, very useful, and so were these smokes by Helef. So I don't think it's going to happen time and time again, right? Because his ultimate is going to take a while to come up again.
The entirety of Velocity Gaming, that afterplan, the afterplan situation was played out to perfection, by the way. It was a good hold coming out from the side of Velocity. Like, usually you would see, like, them just panicking and, you know, sort of making mistakes over towards the B side. TRUERIPPERS, they are the masters of the B side, whether it be attack or defense. But yeah, this time it's going to be different. Amaterasu, let's get the frag on towards Master. That's an opening, and we are going to be seeing flashes coming left, right, and center. Amaterasu is going to be blind as a bat. as he gets taken down with nothing but a classic, and it looks like that Cross is looking for more. He's hungry. He's definitely feeling it. MW1 has got no idea that there are two more players over the side, and Paradox is going to try and take down MW1, but MW1 is going to spam the updraft and the dash as well. Talk about spams. One tap god. Try and go in for that spam with the blades. Try and get that headshot in, but unfortunately not going to be able to connect anything. 1 versus 4 for the man. He's going to try and get some frags. He's got 2 blades left out. So hopefully expect him to maybe connect one. We get 1 frag, you know. So that the ultimate is not rendered useless. Never mind. Forget about it. Forget about whatever I said. 9th on the board coming out from the side of Velocity, as they're just a round away from tying things up on the scoreboard universe. And I feel like that with TRUERIPPER Esports going ahead and pulling out a full buy this round, and with 1 tap god on that operator, things might just be a little bit too tough for the side of Velocity.
Yeah, it definitely might just be a little bit tough for them. But the thing over here is that TRUERIPPERS have let Velocity come too close to them. And that's forced the hand of 1 tap goddess. He's now got the operator in his hands, Assassin. And he looks like he's going to be positioning himself along with Paradox towards C, where anybody is going to be facing him off in a few seconds. But Amaterasu's popped in the ultimate. He's running in a lot of angles to check over here. Amaterasu runs in. He knows where one is. MW1's going to take down Paradox thanks to that. As 1 tap got stuck in this corner, MW1 takes him down as well. Master finds 1 kill. Amaterasu needs to find this one on Master, and he will. 2v4 Velocity Gaming are in a very tight TRUERIPPERS are in a very tight situation, as Velocity Gaming are looking to equalize and take the lead back, because if TRUERIPPERS lose this, their economy is going to be in shambles, and Velocity Gaming, they just exactly want that.
Oh, a 2 versus 3 situation. Never mind. It's all over. Velocity to just go ahead and take down the rest of the 2 players from the side of TRUERIPPERS as well, and put up that 10th on the board. Make it an even Stevens as we move on over towards round number 21 now. Round number 21. Not aggressive, my bad. Universe. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, we all love aggressive, but at the same time, we love you too, Universe. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I love you too, but I'm feeling thank you.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
I'm feeling thank you.
But hey, yeah, jokes aside, guys. We know for a fact that TRUERIPPERS don't really have a buy this round. So that means that Velocity are going to be the ones to go ahead and put up that 11th on the board. Unless and until, of course, the pistol gods from the side of TRUERIPPERS are going to shine and take down the entirety of Velocity. But that seems not possible, because, yeah, Velocity, they're kind of very serious now, and they really want to go ahead and close things out on the map of Haven. They really don't want to go ahead and drag this to the map of Split. But TRUERIPPERS, on the other hand, they're going to try their level best.
They are, but what they're going to find is nothing on the A side, even though they've stacked over there. It's just going to be the C side that's completely open. Matarasu, he clears out everything with MW1, as MW1's actually pushing up much further, and they should have an idea now over here, TRUERIPPERS, because the plant is going down, and there's 1 player in the garage position who could be completely taken out. But guess what? Relic peeks out. He had an idea that somebody's going to be here, but he's going to go down to him anyway, as MW1 is going to be pushed back. A lot of players on him. He dashes out himself, and he's stuck in a very tight corner, but he's trying to get away. He's causing a lot of distraction, and he's finally going to be taken care of. The weapon goes in the hands. Vibor gets down another. Paradox goes down. And although TRUERIPPERS in the 3v4 have 1 weapon to work with, it looks unlikely, because 1 tap god is so low on HP. LF gets spotted out, but he does get the kill. And no matter what happens, he gets a 3k. He turns out he just jiggles and kills and jiggles and kills. And jiggles and kills. And it is Velocity Gaming who have the lead for themselves back into their favor. 11-10, Assassin. The buy should come in from the side of TRUERIPPERS this time, but if they lose this round, I think it's all done and over. Velocity will shut this down 13-10 if they win this round.
I'm getting scared right now, Universe. I don't like this. I definitely don't like this. TRUERIPPERS, for all the praises I gave them, it looks like that things are still the same. They are not able to close it out despite having the tremendous lead. This happened in the map of Icebox. This happened This is happening on the map of Haven now. This has been happening since forever. Rippers, they have this issue. They have this issue of, closing things out. They always get the lead. They always have a tremendous lead right at the bat. But then, the opposite team, they always make a comeback. And yeah, this is something that is, it's scary because we want Rippers to win. We want them to go out and drag this to the map as split. But if they're not able to make things happen, and what? Relic?
Hello?
He slept off. He slept off while trying to, operate the cam, the trap wires, and cage, everything.
And the Odin in his hand on top of that, and that's a very expensive weapon indeed, which has gone down. And now Cross is looking for some kills or utility, but he's gonna find it on top of that box, and as a result, it's gonna be Vibor to activate that Nano Swarm, and Cross to activate the Seekers in return, and it's gonna be a lot of utility being used over here. Amaterasu gets one kill, make that a third for him. As MW1 attacks onto Master coming from that side of Heaven, and it is going to be the last man standing, one tap god, who's gonna get chased down to the seaside. They do not want him to save this weapon. Right to Ace, gonna take him down, and there it is. This should be, and potentially, the end of True Rippers in this series, as Velocity Gaming have put them in the point where they're gonna have to force buy into the round. They have Spectres, maybe Pistols, maybe Vandal, and maybe a Vandal and Phantom on the hands of Cross and Master, because they had a little bit of an easy run. But now it is the side of True Rippers who are desperate, Assassin, and this desperation might just lead to their death.
Well, Velocity Gaming 12 to 10, ladies and gentlemen, and you guys seeing this, right? Trippers, they really don't have the best of the buy, and if one tap god gets taken down right about now, which he will, by the way, he's only going to be able to manage. He's only going to manage to get himself one frag. That's pretty much it, and the trade is going to immediately come in. Ross, on the other hand, is aggressive, and MW1 knows this. Get that frag, and now the entire Trippers are going to be bamboozled. They're going to be confused as to what exactly is happening. Is the take coming in over towards A, or is it B, or is it C? What is happening? And with Amaterasu going ahead and spending the run it back over towards C, it is going to be the entire True Rippers to just get played. The 9,000 IQ big brain plays are going to come in from the side of Velocity. Amaterasu with them godlike calls. And this is going to be Velocity Gaming to close it out. 13 to 10, ladies and gentlemen. And this calls in for a celebration. Yes, look at this. Velocity, they're just going to jump from their chairs and they're just going to celebrate, because what a comeback, man. From 3 to 9 to 13 to 10. True Rippers, you guys got to figure something out. What happened? What went wrong? Definitely I'm going to talk about it in depth. But Universe, I know for a fact that you're completely shocked, but what are your thoughts, man?
You know what? I really thought the same. I was expecting a Velocity win, and I got a Velocity win. That's exactly what happened. But let's just dive into the match highlights and see how exactly it all went down. Because True Rippers, they had the lead. They had such a good lead, like you said, but their end game, their style of finishing off stuff is just not working. In the beginning, they looked so formidable. They had Velocity on their knees. But Velocity, they made sure that the hand of True Rippers that was on their head was taken off, and they completely turned their hand around and said, no, this is where you felt that you could take over. That's not going to happen. We're going to come back because we are the champions, and they showed what champions are made of. Clearly, Velocity Gaming had the upper hand in the second half. What a comeback, man. What an absolute beast of a comeback. Slow, strategic, powerful plays, individual prowess, aim game battles that went in their way. Just absolute dominance on the side of Velocity in the second half. You can never count out Velocity. No matter how down low they are, Velocity have that power, man. They can come back. They can come back from any down position they are on. And whatever it is, 9 to 3, 10 to 2 even if it was, I'm pretty sure Velocity would have come back from it as they did right now. And putting up just a beautiful performance towards until the very end. And this was the beginning of it all. I think that one clutch from MW1 gave them a little bit more confidence to get 2 more rounds in the second, in the first half. But the second half, absolute beauty of a performance. I mean, what more can I say? Velocity, take a bow.
That's right, Velocity Gaming, despite all of the disadvantage they had in the first half of the game. I mean, 3 rounds, can you believe it? Velocity, they only managed to allow 3 rounds on their defense, and that is something that we don't usually see from the side of Velocity, but TRUERIPPERS played it out beautifully on their attack. I absolutely love the way Paradox was so aggressive, and he was actually the MVP as well for map number 2. Paradox, you really put out your best. The entirety of TRUERIPPERS, you guys put out your level best, but same time, it's not enough, right? And you gotta figure out why exactly things are happening the way they are. Every single time, you guys are able to eke out so many rounds in the first half, but then the second half, it's always the opponent side to just make a comeback. So what's going wrong? Is it the communication? Is it something like the information not being relayed properly? Is it you guys just not being able to hold on the sides or maybe attack? Like what's going wrong? We're gonna be talking all of that in depth on the analyst desk, where Aggressive is gonna join us as well, and he definitely might have a lot more to ask us both. Well, with that, you guys were watching the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and namely Ryzen Radeon. We could be right back with you guys on the analyst desk, so don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Be right back after the message from our sponsors.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the analyst desk. And we are back after an amazing hype of a matchup, that is for sure, with the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and AMG Ryzen Radeon. And honestly, you guys, you had a blast. I saw Assassin just shouting at the top of his lung, Universe spilling his drink and coughing and choking on it as well. You know for a fact that whenever he does that, it has to be an intense matchup. But hey, we have a lot to break down. So let's head on down over to the map video screen and see the score lines one more time, because Velocity, they had a pretty rough showing on both maps. Map number 1, I would say, was a little bit closer than map number 2. But Assassin, I want your thoughts on map number 1. Break it down for us and tell us what exactly went wrong for the side of TRUERIPPERS.
So the side of True Ripper Esports, they had a pretty good start, aggressive. We all know for a fact that they managed to, end the first half with the scoreboard reading the score 7-5. I mean, True Rippers, they were pretty damn good on their defense, and we know for a fact that the map of Icebox is an attacker side map. Velocity Gaming, they did put up a good performance, but it was just that True Rippers were pretty darn good on their defense. Every single move that they were making, right? It was precise. It was really good. Paradox played really well on that jet, and at Rippers they would eventually come in with these really good flanks. We could also see them going ahead and holding down to a side really well, especially Relic. We know for a fact that Relic is such a good sentinel, and if you just give him a sight to hold on to, he can just hold on to it without any help whatsoever. He can do it without any sorts of support whatsoever as well. So you can rely on towards him in order to hold down that fort. But yeah, Trippers on to the second half. This is a regular thing. We have seen this, right? Aggressive. Trippers, even in season 1, they had a similar issue. First half is very explosive, very good, well synergized, well coordinated. You've got the entire momentum going on for them, but then the second half is where they're not able to close things out. It's like they just run out of energy, or maybe they just run out of things to do against this team. And the other team, they just go ahead and outplay them, and they come in with a great comeback, an epic one as well. The same thing happened on both of these maps. True Rippers, they had an incredible lead, especially on the map of Haven. It was 3-9 in favor of True Rippers. And yeah, the map of Icebergs was 7-5, but then Velocity, they made it look pretty damn easy on their defense as well. But yeah, True Rippers, overall it was a good performance from them, but we expected a lot more, especially with them, starting off with season 2 of the Gauntlet. We were expecting them to, come up with something a little bit more interesting, and we expected them to go ahead and showcase us something different, because this has been happening from season 1, and this has sort of been a problem for the side of True Rippers, and they need to get it fixed. Otherwise, it is going to be a bumpy ride throughout season 2.
Yeah, I feel you there, because it felt as though True Rippers, they had all of the ideologies that they needed to try and win out the round, but at the very end, the execution and the team play coordination was just not there. But at the same time, I want your thoughts, Universe. Who do you think the highlight player was for both sides, for Velocity and also True Rippers, for map number 1 in specific?
I mean, True Rippers, they put up a good performance, to be honest, in the first half. Again, that 7-5 half was pretty good from them. They did quite a bit of very good job in terms of shutting down Velocity Gaming the way that they wanted to. And they actually had a lot of good strategies in their bag. But that second half, no matter how many kills they got, as we can see on the scoreboard, it was actually MW1 who stole the show away, because his 25 kills, as we see him on top of the scoreboard, a very rare day where he's not. He is going to be making sure that Velocity take that lead and take the victory as well. So, I mean, True Rippers, honestly, kudos to them. But Velocity Gaming were just absolutely beautiful.
You have to give it to the side of Velocity. And I feel as though in map number 1, Paradox, he could have just done a lot more. It felt as though he was playing a little bit too passive. And when he tried to be aggressive, he just didn't use his teammates' utility to the best of their potential to try and open up the side towards them. But now let's talk a little bit more about map number 2, because we thought that, it's going to go down to the third map, because on Haven, it was a 9-3 scoreline assassin. And the fact that, the side of Velocity, they were able to insurmountably come on down over to this comeback and take it down to a 13-10. You need to break it down, man, and tell the viewers back at home what exactly went wrong and how the hell did the side of Velocity even pull off such an amazing comeback.
Similar storyline, no change, but yeah, this time Paradox actually popped off. Like you could see some really good highlight reels coming out from the side of Paradox. He did absolutely everything. A lot of heroic plays coming out from him to just go ahead and prove the audience wrong about what Paradox can do. I mean, we all know for a fact that Paradox has been a player who has always shined from the side of True Rippers. No matter what game he plays, Paradox, he tends to shine every single time. And this time was no different. Went down and got himself a lot of frags. The entire True Rippers, they had a pretty healthy lead. We know for a fact that they did close out the half 9-3 in their favor. but something that I didn't notice out of the side of True Rippers was their defense, actually. So, yeah, the attack was fine. It was really good. They managed to get themselves 9 rounds, but their defense, I'm not sure what's up though, but yeah, True Rippers, it looks like that they were kind of out of sync. So there, so most of the times you would expect, Velocity Gaming. For a fact that Velocity Gaming, they're pretty damn good when it comes down to making these mid-round calls and pulling off fakes. Amaterasu, amazing callouts coming in from that man as well. But yeah, True Rippers, it feels like there was a massive disconnect in their defense. I'm not really sure what happened though. There was no uh, there was no sort of interruption as well throughout the game. Like I did not see any sort of pause to just go ahead and destroy the momentum or anything like that. Like there was nothing from the side of True Rippers to just lose out their momentum, but they did, and it was to do with Velocity Gaming and their attack side. Brilliant calls coming in from Adrasu, and True Rippers were just not able to put up the performance that we were expecting them to. And you would notice this, right? Velocity Gaming, every single round, they were so aggressive, but we did not see that coming out from the side of True Rippers. And one particular thing that did strike to me was the fact that True Rippers, they did not have a lot of information. And you could evidently see that in front of your screens as well. Paradox, once again, MVP, 17 kills. One tap god was the Jet, by the way. They did, change out their entire agent composition for the map of Haven, but still things did not work out. On the attack, it did, but on defense, it did not. And I feel like the True Rippers, they're gonna keep on, experimenting a little bit more, and they're gonna try and come up with a much stronger lineup to go ahead and take on the titles like Velocity Gaming. And maybe the next time when we are gonna be seeing True Rippers taking on the side of Velocity, True Rippers are gonna possibly try and close things out.
Like in my eyes, I feel as though the composition coming on down through from the side of the Troopers and the statement that you made about them not having enough information, having a double initiator, a Sky and a Sova, you should have a lot of advantages.
Exactly.
with it.
Yeah.
But there was nothing. I primarily feel as though the one of the main reasons why they were not able to capitalize on the information that they were gathering was a little bit due to the over aggressive plays from the side of One Tap God.
Yes.
One Tap God, I felt as though he constantly went in for aggressive peaks that he shouldn't have taken because you have a Sova and you have a Sky on your team. Use their utility and then go in for those swings. Could have done it a lot more better. So I want your thoughts on this universe. Do you think that the composition that the side of True Rippers were playing was the biggest disadvantage and the deciding factor for the side of Velocity winning everything out? Or was it because that the side of True Rippers, they played it very poorly in comparison?
I mean, if you come to think of it in the terms of a composition, then I think shifting up the roles between what One Tap God does and what Paradox does, I mean, that itself showed that, okay, they're trying to do something different over here. They're trying to throw Velocity Gaming off. But Paradox, we know he's the most proficient on that Jet. And if you give him that agent, he will deliver you kills. And he could have probably done a lot more if he had that Jet, right? With the operator, with the knives, trying to dash away, getting those kills. He could have probably done more. And One Tap God, we know he's a good controller. He can put down smokes. He supports the team from behind. But Paradox, he wanted those kills and he also wanted to support his team. And that's something that you can't really do because if you're getting the kills, if you're the man who's going to get the kills, you need to be supported. And if you're the one who's going to be supporting, it's not always going to happen that you're going to get the kills. So that I think was a conflict of roles that came in for the side of True Rippers, although it worked out in attack because, in attack, you can just work around that. It's always there. But in the defense side, as a controller, you have different things to think about where you need to smoke because you have only two and you need to listen to multiple teammates. And top of that, Velocity have so many fakes coming in. You need to smoke A, you need to smoke C, you leave B open, you need to go over there, you need to support your teammates in how you play over there. You got to flash, you got to work around. But as a Jet, you can play on your own. Right, you have that self-fragging sufficiency. You can go ahead, smoke yourself out and run away. You can dash out. You have the updraft. You have anything and everything Jet can do alone. But an Omen is somebody who helps the Jet. So I think that kind of threw them off in the defensive side of things. But at the attacking half was honestly very well executed from them.
Completely agree with you there. A little bit of like mishaps coming on down through from the side of TRUERIPPERS. But hey, this is the group stages, and an experimentation should be going on down through as many times as they possibly can. Because you do need to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that these teams are not getting knocked out anywhere. They're just going to keep on playing, and the team with the most points on the first 4 slots are going to be the ones heading on down over to the playoffs. So let's head on down over to the group standings and see where all of these teams are going to be standing now, because we were expecting this. We talked about this during the analyst desk as well, that the side of Velocity, they need to win this very decisively, take it down to a 2-0 and end the side of TRUERIPPERS as fast as they possibly can, because TRUERIPPERS, they also have 1 or 2 points on the board and 1 win on their side. So in a way, TRUERIPPERS, they have that safety net. No matter what happens, they can still lose out 2 games moving on down forward and still have a chance of making through to that number 4 or number 3 position as many times as they want. But Velocity, they're still in the red just a tiny little bit, because if they lose 2 more matches in their favor, they're going to be in a pretty tough spot. And now, this time around, I want your thoughts on the group standings here, Assassin. What do you think? And how do you like the standings between Reckoning and Enigma? Because these guys, they're going to be a driving force for them.
Definitely, Reckoning Esports, after that win today, we are going to be seeing them power through the entirety of Group A. They're going to be there above Enigma Gaming. And I did tell you guys this, right? That the top 4 spot should possibly be taken up by all of these titans: Velocity, Godlike, Reckoning, and Enigma. But it's going to be down to how exactly Team T69 and TRUERIPPERS are going to play as well. Susquad and Flame Externity, it's not like I'm just sort of keeping them aside or something like that. But we know for a fact that Susquad, they did struggle in Season 1. And moving into Season 2, especially with the match that they played, we are still not sure of the fact that they have improved quite a lot in order to take on all of these titans. So yeah, they definitely are going to be putting up the performance, but for the top 4, I feel like it should pretty much be Velocity, Godlike, Reckoning, and Enigma to try and just hold on to that spot as well. And I really feel, though, that TRUERIPPERS, if they can just go ahead and figure out what is happening in all of these second half of the particular games that they're playing as well, then maybe they can try and be in that top 4 position as well. Because we know for a fact that TRUERIPPERS, they deserve all the love and support as well. They are really, really good when it comes down to their individual performance. Each and every player, explosive, heavy hitters as well. And I feel like that with just a little bit more coordination, a little bit of strat as well, I feel like that TRUERIPPERS can take down teams like Velocity and Godlike as well.
Completely agree with you there. TRUERIPPERS, they have that talent, they have that level of confidence as well to try and take down the juggernauts that are the side of Velocity and even Global Esports. But at the same time, they need to work out those kinks and try and bring something a little bit more different down onto the table. But at the same time, hey, Universe, I think that you can be really excited because you won out on today's game. You are the better analyst in comparison to Assassin, who called it a 2-1 and you called it a 2-0. So that now the winner is going to be Universe. He's going to be holding on to the title for just a little while longer. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is just one match for today. We had a banger of 2 sets. But at the same time, we're going to be back with you tomorrow. Same time, same place. So don't forget about that. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be signing on off. But before we do sign on off, make sure to check all the links down below in the description. Get yourself a proper SSD. Get yourself a better CPU. Because if you want to play like the pros and if you want to go over and play in the Season 3 Gauntlet, make sure to get those proper upgrades. Because if you don't have the frame rates and you don't have a proper 144 Hz monitor, how are you going to take down these pros? You're going to get one tapped out of existence before you can even blink. So get yourself the proper peripherals and then compete at the top tier level. But for now, we're going to be signing on off with the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. All 3 of us will catch you soon enough.